Hello chat, welcome back to the Shiny Professor of Challenging Legends EA. In the last stream, we ended up getting to the beginning of rank V, and we found Ice Queen, and we found a couple others. We also found King Gort. That was kind of a big deal. But today our game plan is we are going to look for Hippopotas, and then hopefully Audino in a reasonable amount of time. But I also know how this game works, and I don't think that's gonna happen. But hey, it doesn't hurt to be a little bit optimistic. Do I have Pickle? Oh, I definitely have Pickle. If any mods want to run a prediction, we can do that. But yeah, we are looking in the middle pretty much for the entirety of today's stream.
13 months of watching Johnstone on the TV.
Hi, today is my first Johnstone stream. Holy moly, this is big news, everybody. Everybody say hi to that person, or else. Yeah, so in the center we have Hippopotas, and there's a 10% chance that each 3 of those will spawn in an Audino instead. And so realistically, we'll see about 9 of them before we see a shiny Audino, which is that's not good. That's not good, especially since we have not even seen 1 Hippopotas. But that's the game plan. That's holy mo. Wait, no, I'm behind. No, I'm behind. Okay, well, actually, this is a good opportunity. This is a good opportunity. We could just do it right now. We could do it right this second.
What happens first, triple Audino or shiny Hippo?
Probably triple Audino. It's a 1 in 1,000. Hold on, hold on. Are you ready to trade right this second? If you're ready to trade right this second. I am? Okay, chat, side lore. We're doing very quick side lore. Okay, I'm hopping into Pokemon Violet. I do have one. I have one ready. Holy moly, shiny Dumby. All right. Angel, thanks for the 3 months. J Corsair, thanks for the 58 months. Maddie, thanks for the 17. Thank you, thank you. We're almost to Gibble. We are. We are. There's only one Dumby redeem a day, chat. Okay, so I have a Dumby. I have one. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Hold on, how do I... Okay, this is a phrase that I don't want to use very often. How do I message this viewer? How do I do that? Okay, hold on. Can I do this? Why didn't that work? Okay. Okay, I think I can. Yes, I can do it. Okay. Emily can DM me on Discord. No, I have it set up. I have it set up. We're good to go. Let me just connect to the World Wide Web. Okay. Let me do this. That way you guys can't see what I'm doing. Oh, did you guys know Torterra is in the raid battles right now? Everybody go jump on. Let's all do that together. Okay. Link trade. Okay, I'm gonna set a code. You guys won't be able to see it. You guys won't be able to see it. Everybody just spam Joel. Spam Joel instead. Okay, I sent you the code. And I am searching. Oops. Did I mess it up? I did. No, hold on. I'll get it. All right. It's searching. It's searching. Oh, wait. Are we good? Oh, we did it. We did it, everybody. All right, everybody say goodbye to Dumby.
Hi, John Gaming.
And what do I get in return? Shiny Dumby for what? Oh, worth it. Very much worth it. This is a 1,000,000 channel point reward. Very rare gaming moment. And I also, there's another person who redeemed it. I just had to wait for them to be in chat for me to do it. Oh, right. This is going to be a very delicious Cyndaquil. This one's going right on the grill, baby. Goodbye, Dumby. See ya. See you later. Goodbye. See ya. See you later. You know what this makes me think of, chat? It makes me think of the Wonder Trade decks. It honestly makes me want to do a Wonder Trade decks. All right. Back to it, everybody. Alrighty. Yuzu, thanks for gifting a sub. Sharpsteel, thanks for the 14 months. JMCK, thanks for the 8 months of Prime. Vince, thanks for the 13. Lottie, thanks for the Prime. Sirs, thanks for the Prime as well. Gelatic, thanks for the 31 months. Thank you. Thank you. Got a very busy Sunday. All good, Ludo. I appreciate you for stopping by. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, that's our game plan today is we are in Zone 7. If we get Audino, we are tremendously, unbelievably up. And it would be nice to get one of the... There are 3 difficult Pokemon in this section. And I would like to hope and think that we'll get one of them kind of quickly. In a perfect world, that'd be really nice. Xander, thank you for the 59 months. Epic. It's a long time. Xander Gaming. I got that t-shirt too, yeah. They had a hoodie. I would have actually rather had the hoodie than the t-shirt, but not bad. I'll take what I can get. That line sold out so fast and I was live. Kakuna, I think we've achieved enough Kakuna. I don't think we yearn for any more than what we currently have. Was it a pullover or a zip up? It was a pullover. Yeah. The question is, which Hippopotas are we going to get? Oh, large. I wanted the playmat, but it went out so fast. Really? I ended up getting one. I only got a playmat and I got a t-shirt. And then I got the jukebox, but that was like earlier in the day. King Gort the second, we could get that. Groovy, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Geezer, thanks for the 27 months of Tier 2, which, by the way, if you don't know, if you are a Tier 2 or Tier 3, you can claim a nickname for a Pokemon in this section. I think we actually still have Hippopotas available. There is no Hippopotas love, I fear. But even if they are full, if you still Tier 2, there are any like phases that we get will be nicknamed. I wanted everything, but I had no space. Wait, what do you mean? Are they all filled? Do you have Audino yet? I do not. No, that's the big grind. Koji, thanks for the 17 months. Hope you're doing well. Thank you.
Johnstone Dummies.
Thank you. Naomi, thanks for gifting a sub. Hala, thank you for the 19 months. Retro, thanks for the 64 months. Sleepy Pyro, thanks for the 41 months of Prime. A lot of long time subs today. What's going on, everybody? I appreciate it. Delta, thanks for the 7 months. Maddie with the 50 months of Prime. Crazy. Yoda, thank you for the 5 months. Thank you. Herman, thanks for the Prime. Which Pokemon are left in this section? There's like 13 of them. We're not really close, but it is a significantly smaller section than last time. Way smaller. There will not be a section even remotely close. What's my birthday Pokemon? It doesn't exist yet. I guess if I went on like international date time, it would be Pokemon number
John,
1012.
Love the fire red and leaf green video. Good luck with the hunting today.
Who is Pokemon 1012? We're looking at like the end of the decks. It's like it's a paradox. Is that the right word? Paradox? No. Is that a real word? Paradox? No. That's a real word? Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a long day, chat. Do you ever have that moment where you think of a word and you're like, that's not a real word? Poltergeist. Oh, speaking of that, I've got a bone to pick. Why did they name Sinisty and Poltergeist the way that they did? And then they flipped the names for the convergent versions. Why did they do that?
Blink.
What was the lore and reasoning? It just makes it way more confusing. To annoy you specifically. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. They wanted to have a giggle. Well, they had it. Now fix it. Change it. Mine is mousehold. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It's a mouse household. They have a household of mice, Mises. Yeah, I like the OG Sinisty line more than I like the Poltergeist line. Mies, yeah. But yeah, that's our game plan. We were just running through Zone 7 today, and we should yield quite a lot of shinies. Last stream we got 3, which I think is definitely on the lower end. Like, we're already due to get something, because we hit odds in about an hour. Why is Pokopia as good as it is? It is a very fun game. I also talked to Nimi about it yesterday. We will be setting up a time probably within this week to do some nighttime Pokopia. Some nighttime Pokopia gaming. It will happen. I think for now, that's just gonna replace Minecraft, chat. Which I don't think anybody is really opposed to. But yeah, I haven't really done anything since I played a little bit. The issue is that I wanted to stream some stuff while, I wanted to stream all the big moments, like going to new areas and stuff like that, but I kind of realized that I'm past that and a lot of you guys already know that, and so I'm just kind of holding myself back from really playing the game. So I probably won't dwell on that too much. I think what we're gonna focus on is making the multiplayer island. Do you think the Pokopia forms will be in winds and waves? No. No, because I don't even think that they're Pokemon. Like, I don't think that they're special. I know they said that, but when you register like a Pokemon in the Dex, it's just the Pokemon. So I don't think so. Oh, Rotom, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, well, also to be fair, I have not made it that far in the game. So that's kind of valid. Who knows, Chad? Who knows? DJ Rotom is electric normal? Yeah, because it just took over. I mean, that's the point of Rotom. Rotom just kind of goes into appliances. What if that's how they revealed the sound type? They just made it electric sound. Do you guys think we need more typings? Because to be totally honest with you, I think we're set. Because I know there are like 2 big typings. I forget what the other one is that everybody always talks about. It's sound and what? Light? Because there's dark types, so there should be light types, but also that was in the TCG for like a very, very short amount of time. Light is just fairy, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, we are still hunting in daytime. Just because if it turns nighttime, all the Hippopotas turn into Shuppet, and once we get Hippopotas, we don't have to worry about that at all. So that's the game plan today, gamers. It's like how flying is the stand-in for wind type. I've never seen somebody want a wind type. Never seen it. Never heard of it. One thing that I kind of miss from like early Pokemon era is the like the era of speculation. I think that that has unfortunately just been ruined with the age of the internet. Because I remember going back in the day, going onto like Cerebi and seeing all of the fake mon. There's a fake mon section. I don't even know if it still exists anymore. Where people would post, or Joe would post all the ones that were like rumored online. And I still remember some of those to this day. Like there was a gold and silver panda, like from Gold and Silver. And then they had some of the unreleased ones, like the shark with the anchor on its as a tail. But now there are so many of them that you just like you can't make a website of them anymore. That was Gen 2 beta. Yeah, it was kind of a mix of like rumor and fakes. Or like, not rumors, but confirmed Pokemon that just never came out and fake ones. Low-key need a panda Pokemon? I mean, we have Pancham. We have Pancham, that's like, it's kind of one. Let me see if it's still up. No, I think he took it down. I don't even know where it would be in this. There's so many categories on the left side of Cerebi that I truly have no idea where it would even be. Trading cards, yeah, there's... I'm pretty sure he deleted it. It doesn't exist anymore. 1%, no. Nope. No, he deleted it. Darn. Lost to time, I fear. But yeah, I used to go on there to look at Pokemon news. I was also in like the Cerebi forums and stuff like that. There was another website that I went on, but it no longer exists. But I remember in like 5th grade, there were 2 websites that I would after like school I would go to check out, and it would be Cerebi and a website called Pokemonaholic.com. I would go there every single day to check out stuff. But I fear that website has dark lore. Very sad dark lore. Because I remember one day, because that website would also give like daily updates and stuff like that. For like new news and everything. And then one day, the person who ran the website just didn't upload that day. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Couple days pass, still no updates. It's like, okay, well, it's like a dry week, nothing really happening. And then like a week later, there's a post on like the main page, and it was like, hey, this is the website owner's wife. Hey, just want to let you guys know that he's really sick right now, but he'll be better soon, and he'll be back to uploading.
Oh, to be 10 years old and looking up Pokemon news every single day.
And I was like, oh, that's good. He'll be back soon. There was no update after that.
Yippee smile.
There was no update. And then like, I think probably... I want to say like a year after the domain just like went out. Tyler, thanks to the 43 months. Garrett, thanks to the 46 months. I appreciate it. Hobbs, thanks to the 10 months. Hex, thanks to the 14 months or 18 months.
Oh, Ice Queen! Ice Queen!
Remember to resubscribe. Good luck on the shinies.
Happy, thanks for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Yeah. But those are like It would be that, and I would also spend my time, this is like later, but I would spend my time in the Dream World, another extinct realm of the Pokemon franchise. That one's official, though. So, sad gaming. I don't know if you guys ever participated in the Dream World. I feel like asking that question, that's like on the border of like you are old and you are young of this chat. But yeah, I spent a decent amount of time because back in the day, that was how you got a lot of really specific hidden ability Pokemon. Getting hidden ability Pokemon back in the day was like truly a chore. They were hidden. They were as hidden as they could possibly be. Because in order to get them, you, in most cases, had to go to the website. You had to connect to the Dream World in Pokemon Black and White, and then bring your Pokemon to basically, like, would you guys say a farm? It was kind of a farm. It was just like a little shack on a hill. It was one of those click interactive flash games. And then you do little mini games, and once a day you would get a Dream World Pokemon just by like walking through a forest or walking through like a specific area of the Dream World, and then you could take that Pokemon and send it to your game. And like, for example, one that I remember getting was Golduck. I just don't remember what ability it had, because I feel like I've mentioned this story before, and I said that it had Cloud 9, but I think that that's a regular ability for Golduck, so I don't know. Whatever Golduck's hidden ability is, I had that one. And a few other ones, like I think I got like Mareep or something. I don't know. Too far back to remember, but they were a hot commodity, because I remember the Cerebi Wi-Fi chat, people would be like, I like need every single hidden ability Pokemon, and people would trade up tremendously for it, because you were never guaranteed a specific Pokemon. And the GTS was relatively unreliable, as it still is to this day. It's Swift Swim. Ow. Coast, did you do next to the tier 1? Thank you. I know you for a Purple Cliff. Not bad. I'll take it. I'll take those any day of the week. Thanks for stopping by. I'm a Purple Cliff, everybody. Oh, also, one thing I need to plan this week is our next little shiny hunting event. I had to think on that, though. I do have to think on that. Because part of me wants to do it next weekend, not as in the 20th, 21st, but like the 28th, 29th, end of this month, maybe we do one. And we could do Zone 8. We could do some Gibble maxing. Zone 7 seems like a nice one. It does, but I don't think I'm gonna be here for that long. Like, with the rate that we find shinies in this area, it's gonna take a bit to get Audino, but it's not gonna be like that long. If I hunt nearly every day, we'll be fine. Realistically, unless I find 30 Hippopotas, then we'll absolutely be doing that. But when do we get to the fossils? Next section. Next section after. Where did you find Larvitar? There's only one you can hunt and actually catch, and it's right here. Right there. Yeah, it's definitely, like, saying that we'll be here for 3 days is believable. Like, that's absolutely feasible. But it won't take 2 weeks. It would just be, if I'm hunting every day, like, that's genuinely, that would be unbelievably terrible luck. But who knows? We never know until it happens, you know? But yeah, we're gonna do another Rancherama for the fossils. However, we are max gatekeeping that one. We are. If you want a shiny hunt in the Rancherama, you have to reset for the fossils. We're not doing hyper dimensions. It's not fair. We're all going to be hardworking gamers, and we are going to be in the lab. Odds file goes to 999.59. Pretty low. Like, during this challenge, no.
Kind of crazy how many shinies we've found and still no shiny Professor Oak.
Wait, that's Nora
Broken heart
Gaming.
emoji.
That's Nora Gaming, and I saw Nora Gaming 2 days ago. Nora is real. Think of the 15 months. It was great seeing ya, hanging out. Only fossil resets for ZA? Yes. Yep. Just that. Can you even spot the shiny hippo? Yeah, it's like kind of gross, sickly green. How many fossils should I realistically prepare for the event? Isn't the tech 90? Isn't that what everybody, or no, 45? Doesn't everybody just collect 45 of the fossils because it equates to 15 minutes? Something like that. I don't really know the breakdown for it. You don't need many, but you do need a lot of money. 30? I know 30 is good for a perfect box, but I'm pretty sure like people do it based on like 15-minute increments. New cut, yeah. I went to my barber for the first time since being here, which is scary. Which is scary. Going to a place, doesn't even matter if it's a barber or not. Going to a place to get your hair done for the first time is terrifying. Type 1 if you've had a supercuts accident. I guess I should just reword that. Type 1 if you've ever gone to supercuts, because I've never seen somebody leave a supercuts happy. Hey, it's like 20 bucks, so that's, you kind of get what you pay for. But yep. But yeah, no, it was great. It was great. It was a good time. I caused the supercuts accident. Crazy. We got King Gort. We did. Oh yeah, I should probably have that active. I keep forgetting. Every time the night rolls over, it your Pokemon isn't outside of your Pokeball. My mommy cuts my hair. My mommy paid for my Hulu, so I totally understand. That's awesome. If you find a single shiny next visit, you have to gift a sub. I didn't have any money, so that's really good. That's really good we didn't find anything. My mommy pays for my hair. Epic. Sounds like a nice trip to Turkey. I'm looking to buy a Pokemon GBA game, complete a box of my personal collection. Should I get Ruby, Sapphire, or Fire Red? I don't, what one do you want to play the most? Because here's the thing, buying them in box is cool. I do it. But also, like, I like playing the games too. So yeah, totally dependent on what you want to play. We got anything today? No, not yet. No, we just started. I mean, I would say just because Fire Red Leaf Green just came out, most people, I assume, have played it on the Switch already. So probably, I don't know, Ruby. Something like that. I'm always a second game. Do you guys ever have like a reasoning to picking games? Because I always just end up getting the second game. It's really not even on purpose, but it's gotten to the point where it is. I think there's only a few exceptions where I've ever picked the first game out of the title list. Like, I know I played Heart Gold first before I played Soul Silver. But like my order of games from when I started was Sapphire. Ooh, I did play Fire Red first. Maybe I'm just lying. Then I played Pearl. Then I played White. Then I played White 2. Then I played Y. Played Moon. Ultra Moon. Let's Go Eevee. Shield. Yeah, no, I'm mostly second gaming. To be fair, Y is the superior version. Why? Why is it? You like death and destruction? More than fairies and living? Evil gaming. Cool deer. Okay, I don't think this is a spoiler, mostly because this game came out, I think about 5 years ago. No, it was 6. I think it was 6 years ago. But I found it really cool that in New Pokemon Snap, you like encounter Yveltal. That is probably the coolest that Yveltal has ever looked. Where you're walking through I don't even really know where you're kind of like in a chamber. You can take photos of Yveltal. That's like the final Pokemon in the game, which is weird. Or sorry, Xerneas, not Yveltal. Xerneas. Which I did find that weird that Yveltal I don't think is in that game. It is just Xerneas. Maybe it was in the title update that no one played. That's one fun fact about New Pokemon Snap that I love sharing with people, is that they released a version update for that game. Like, they added a free DLC to that game, essentially. And they announced it, not in a direct, not in a Pokemon Presents. They announced it in a tweet. They tweeted about it one random morning, and nobody really saw it. If you don't believe me, go boot up Pokemon Snap for the first time in a couple years. There is new content in that game. Could I tell you what's in it? No, because I still to this day have never done it. But I think that's one of the only times I've ever seen them do something like that. Because it's not like, from what I understand about it, which once again is very limited, it's not like it was a teeny little thing. It's almost like equivalent to the Daybreak update that was in PLA. Like, sure, you could get through that relatively quickly, but there's like a lot of content to Daybreak for being a free little update. And they did the same thing for New Pokemon Snap, and then just felt the need to just never bring it up. Like, there was no future Pokemon Presents were like, oh, by the way, we did that. Which makes me think that it was originally supposed to be part of the game, and they just had like some issue down the line, and they just pretend like it's the full game now. Nowadays, I just buy both versions. I think that's the most common thing. Yeah. Yeah, because how many of you buy both of them, chat? When a new Pokemon game comes out, like when Winds and Waves comes out, you are buying both copies. Because I think that like that's gonna be less of a thing from now on. One, due to accessibility of just being able to trade with people, but also because of price. Because realistically, Winds and Waves are gonna be $70 a piece. And that's you know, that's a lot of money. Just for one game, it's a lot of money. But if you think back, if you wanted to buy Diamond and Pearl back in the day, that was $70. Nobody is buying them because John is buying all of them for us. Nora, I feel like out of all the people in the chat to say that, you were the least likely person to say that because you do that. You give out copies. That is your thing. I'll leave it to you. Maybe next year. Maybe next year I'll take over the reins. Oh wait, no, that's when the game comes. Maybe the year after. Really, really a lot of work going on in the next year and 5 years from there. Got a lot going on. Too busy. We all know you give the copies to Nora. That's crazy. Thanks for the Switch to, why am I saying it like that? Switch. Thanks for the Switch. This is gonna be a very long day, chat. This is gonna be a very long day. I've never given a console away. However, oh. I have given the game. Lever Peppin strikes again. I forgot about that. Yeah, I just couldn't say the word lemon pepper. It's a tough one. It's a real tough one to a lot of people. We'll be doing a live stream on the new Yoshi game. I know you're a big fan of the music. The what now? There's a new Yoshi game coming out? When was that announced? Was that recent? A long time ago? Okay. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I didn't know that. Mario 40th Anniversary? A trailer dropped 4 days ago. Hold on now. Hold the freaking phone. Let's take a little peek-see here. What do we have going on? How did I not see this?
One day, on the island where Yoshi and his friends live, a talking book named Mr. E suddenly fell from the sky.
Yeah.
Inside the book are lots of rather interesting creatures.
Mr. E.
Let's take a look at this one, which doesn't have a name yet.
Okay, cute.
We found it already. Let's try eating it.
Oh.
Oh my, that's kind of bitter. Any new discoveries you make are
See,
shown on
the thing
screen.
about this, chat, the games look so pretty. Like, every single Yoshi game looks visually amazing.
Look, we can enter the bubble.
But they've turned all of them into baby game.
Ah, it pops after a while.
And I don't want to play
We can
more
also
baby
carry
Yoshi
the
game.
creature on our back. Walk like this and whoa!
Like, there was
So
one a
many
couple years ago
bubbles.
where you couldn't lose.
Oh, we can even jump from bubble to reach this ledge.
Okay.
Is that an apple tree?
Yoshi is baby? I think that adds more to the character of Yoshi being hard, because real ones know. Real ones know Yoshi's Island is a hard game. Like, genuinely, the first like 2 levels that you go through are very Mario-esque. So you go through like the 1-1, and then you go through the underground 1-2. And then the one after is just terrifying. There's a bunch of like chain chomps that are raining from the sky, just destroying the ground. They want you to struggle in that game. And every game, not every game since then, but like all of the Switch games are just like not hard at all. It's you were just kind of playing through the game, and there's not really a grind or anything to challenge you, and so it kind of gets old and repetitive.
Wonder what happens with other foods. This time, it turned pink.
Oh.
And the bubbles are shaped like hearts.
Oh. Okay.
By researching creatures and making discoveries,
Poop
you'll be
Yoshi,
able to
no.
do more and find even more things.
No. Not my Yoshi.
As for this one, there are still more discoveries to be made. So you can try finding them all.
Okay.
Once you've wrapped up your research, why not give the creature a name? You can name it.
Oh, so you can
or you
name.
Can ask Mr. E for an idea.
Oh.
Its name is Glubbit.
So you make your
Discovery
own
traits will also be
enemies?
logged. You'll accumulate stars as discoveries get recorded. And, depending on how many stars you have, you can flip open new pages and meet even more creatures.
Right.
Plenty of mysterious creatures are still waiting to be found. Try
Yeah.
filling up
When
the
does
book
this come
with
out,
your
chat?
own discoveries. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book.
Oh.
Available May 21st, only on the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That didn't do anything for me. It really didn't. Like, chat, rate what you saw out of 10. 10 is I would absolutely buy this game and play it like crazy. 1 is I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. They just didn't really show anything. It almost felt like I watched a really abbreviated Treehouse. Like, and I would like to stress once again,
Happy 16 months, John. I hope you're having a great weekend.
I am.
That game looks funky.
I will say that without a doubt, the Yoshi games are some of the most like artistically beautiful of the Nintendo franchise games. Like, I just love how it's like a painted background. Like, they've done wool, they've done like cardboard, almost like a kid made the levels, in a good way for clarification. And you know, like artistically, it's so there, and they nail it every single time. Because they almost like, if you look at the flowers, they look like claymation in a way. Even down to like how they move and everything. It's very, very cute and very fun. Yeah, if they had a demo of it, I would play it, but I don't think this is something I would play day one, just because it doesn't. It just screams the last 3 Yoshi games you just played type of vibe to it. Yeah, usually they do get demos, which is like that's a nice upside, but yeah, I'll definitely need to see like reviews or something to kind of get me excited or interested about it. Play the Stim Yoshi intro song? No, I was clean. I was clean. I hope you're proud of yourself. I hope you're proud. With how expensive games are, I'm not spending 70 bucks on that. Yeah. But as I've said before, the price of games had to go up at some point. To be honest with you, we had $60 games way longer than I thought we were gonna have $60 games. Because if you look at the jump from 50 bucks to 60 bucks, that was a long time ago. Yoshi's only 60? Ow. I feel like they need to explain better about what the difference is between their $60 and $70 games. There's really not a fine line. It's like, we're just deciding this one is 50 bucks. When were games 50? The Wii. Wii games are $50, were they not? I know they were for the GameCube. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Wii games were 50 bucks. So about 20 years ago. Link's Awakening and Breath of the Wild are the same price. I like Link's Awakening. I think that's another like really nice art style game. Yeah, it was 20 years ago. A long time has passed, chatters. Yeah, true, you do have inflation. That's fair. That's a fair shout, can't argue with that. It's a great way to modernize top-down view games, yeah, definitely. Like, it would be interesting to see that. I know, like, BDSP was kind of that vibe just because it ran off of Unity and it had a lot of, like, of the Unity visuals to it. But seeing another Pokemon game in the, like, Link's Awakening art style would be nice to see. I remember saving up money for the Wii Animal Crossing. I hope that you had a nunchuck. You guys remember the Wii Animal Crossing? I remember enjoying it so much as a kid, but that game was in the era of like, hey, did you know that the Wii has like the Wii remote is really cool? You don't need a controller anymore. This is 2008, big dog. Because the way that it worked is if you wanted to move and you only had a Wii remote, you had to use the sensor to move. It was very, very poor design. And so you had to buy a nunchuck if you wanted to move normally, like in this game. You had to point and click to where you wanted to go. You could still hold B to run, right? I think it was B. It was just not helpful at all. And also all of the, like to access your bag and everything was also through that same mechanic where you had to like hover over the top part of the screen and then it would come down. And I forget what the bottom part was, but it was kind of the same idea. But that one, they at least made it so you could use the D-pad, I think, to control that. But yeah, the initial controls for that were not very convenient. I actually watched a video reviewing every single Animal Crossing and like what their impact was. And I think out of every single Animal Crossing game, that is like the weakest one. Just because of what was offered in that game. It was quite literally just the DS version. And a lot of people gravitated towards that game, me included, just because of the fact that it was in HD. At the time, that was HD, chat. That was very HD back then. But that was the largest drive to playing that game, was that you could play it on, you could finally play it again on the big screen. Because I think that while the GameCube version is fun, it's very clunky compared to Wild World. Like that game, for being on the DS, blew the GameCube out of the water. And it sold very well from my understanding. I don't entirely remember, like 15 million copies, 12 million copies, something like that. Might have been more. I don't know. All right, we gotta check in 30 minutes. I realized I didn't check last time. But if you don't know, our check is we just turn around and see if we have Fih. If we spawned in a shiny Fih. What I will say is that we are definitely due for something. It's been quite a bit of time since we have found something. New Leaf is goated. I have only played a little bit of New Leaf, a very tiny amount of that game. Yeah, Nimi and I started that in December, and I don't think either of us have touched it since December. But to be fair, we've got Pokopia right now, so we don't need any Animal Crossings. So that's kind of good. We also do have like a decent chunk of games that are coming out this year, which is exciting. Like I'm down to dabble in Tomodachi Life, and that is next month. If the Yoshi game is difficult, I'll play it. I don't know, what else is coming out this year? I tried New Leaf 3 times and it's not sticking. From my understanding, that game it's more of like a long burn type of game. Like once you get further in, you realize all of the stuff that's in the game. Fire Emblem, eh. Oh, Rhythm Heaven. Yep, I'll be there. I'll be there. What about like outside of Nintendo though? Is there anything else? I finished pre-batch 3 in Fire Red. Glad the Safari Zone was kind to me. Zone 1 Chansey first ball. Epic. Wait, oh, that's a 1%. You're crazy. You're crazy for that. We got Slay the Spire 2. Yeah, I have a friend who's obsessing over that game right now. GTA 6. Oh, wait, that's true. That is true. We should get a trailer for that soon. I would imagine. Because if it's coming out in like October, November, we gotta get like something, right? 6 months ahead of time? Ish. Forza Horizon 6. I never really got into those games, but I know they're pretty. Yeah, I feel like I saw like a video earlier this year on that. They did like a demo showing off all the cars that they're putting. GTA 6 is not coming out this year. It absolutely is. Yeah, they did a conference recently talking about it. Like, you know, they had the quarterly review. Take-Two quite literally said, we cannot delay the game any further, and the entirety of Take-Two stock is relying on GTA 6 coming out. they cannot not release the game. Like, it will, if they do not do it, they put so much money into that game that if they do not release it, it will tank the company. What if it releases unfinished? Here's the reality, chat, is they will not win. They won't win, because the people who really like GTA are going to love the game, right? But it's one of those things where it has taken so long that they can't make everybody happy. They can't. The time has passed, and everybody, no matter what they do, people are going to hate the game. They're going to find any reason to dislike the game, just to like validate that it took so long. It's like, oh, this game took 10 years to come out, and then they're gonna show like one billboard that has like a little bit of a blurry texture to it. That's just the nature of it. And you can take that same mentality, you can put that towards like an artist who's releasing an album. If they take 5 years to make an album, people are like, oh man, we waited 5 years for this junk song, and it's, you know, and there's like another 15 that are bangers. People will just find that people love hating. That's the reality, chat. People love to hate. Rihanna, yeah, like whenever her album, if she ever does make another album, because when was her last one? 2015? Yeah, I think 2015. It's been a long time. But people will be mad. And I think they're just taking their sweet time now, because they know that like people, whenever they announce that the release date is happening, people are just gonna buy it. That's the reality. They will make their money back for sure. So there's no reason to rush it. Oh, I love this song. She had a song for the Smurfs a few years ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. I think one of the craziest instances of that, of like, well, I guess like I could see that being fitting. One artist that I was very shocked to see on like a children's movie was, I think there was a Minions movie. I really don't know the difference between Minions and Despicable Me, to be totally honest with you. I think it was a Minions movie, and they had a Yeet song. If you told me that a Minions movie is coming out, I would have not put my cards down on Yeet being on the album. Also, if you've ever looked at like the Detective Pikachu soundtrack, there are a ton of artists on there. The more interesting thing is a lot of those songs were never released. Like they released part of the album, but then didn't have all the songs on it. But they were in the movie. They just never put them on DSPs. And so they're released but unreleased songs at the same time. Very peculiar. There must have been some like licensing issues during that time frame. Also, it is time to check. Something about the song for the first Sword and Shield trailer that never got released. I don't remember that. No Faith. No Bird. But what about Inside? Any kind and thoughtful. Oh, wait, nope. Nope, no, don't run away. Don't run away. No, it ran away. No. I can't believe Ed Sheeran was in that game. I can definitely see that. Also, that's a no on the prediction mods. Thank you. No one's complaining about Elder Scrolls 6 not being released. I think the difference between that and GTA is the fact that there is quite literally nothing. Like, we know what GTA 6 is gonna look like. There have been like some leaks about the map and stuff like that. And there are some people who are very good at what they do, where they've basically taken all of the trailer and images that have been posted on Rockstar's website, and we're able to piece together a rough outline of what the map is gonna look like. Just based off of, I don't know what that's called, but it's like an actual profession, where they can basically create an idea of what a specific area looks like just off of connecting photos to each other, like connecting roads and stuff like that, and pathways. But all we have of GTA 6 is a mountain and a logo. To my knowledge, that is literally everything they've ever shown of that game. And that was, I want to say 8 years ago? That's all we need. Right. You mean Elder Scrolls? Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6. Did I not say that? That's what I meant to say. You flip the names? Rats. Any tips for shiny hunting? Keep hunting. You'll get it. We wouldn't even know the region. What if it was Alola? You think they would pull some strings and make that happen? Elder Scrolls 6 Alola. Yeah, I can see it happening. A little bit of smooth talking, we're in, baby. Mr. Stone, I caught a Mankey for my Nuzlocke. What should I name him? Hank E. And the E stands for everybody's going down. Good luck. I'm surprised we have not found anything yet. Because yesterday, or last stream, we streamed for like 2 hours and didn't find anything. Elder Scrolls Sun and Moon. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, I think that one's kind of, that one's kind of tough, because if they announce a new Elder Scrolls game, I truly don't think anybody's gonna move. I really don't. And I know, like, I'm not like a diehard Bethesda fan, and there'll always be those people, but truly, like, chat, if they announced Elder Scrolls 6 with gameplay today, how likely are you to pre-order that? Yeah, no, I know they announced it, but like, they did that because they had nothing else to show. Right. It's like, it's just not... Because here's the scary news, everybody. As of this year, the end of this year, Skyrim came out 15 years ago. That was the last installment of the Elder Scrolls series, was 15 years ago. 15. You could say Elder Scrolls Online, I wouldn't count that, personally. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that, but even then, that doesn't necessarily make it better, because when did that game come out? 2014? 2015, maybe. And that game is still active to this day, to my understanding. Yeah, I fear that Bethesda has been on a hard decline for many years. I think there's like some ones that are just easy to stab at, you know, like Fallout 76. Like every aspect of that game was just a stink, a big stink. But apparently the game is good now. I don't care to find out, but apparently people are very, very happy with playing that game. Can you show the shiny boxes? Sure. they are. All the shinies. Well, those don't count. So many shiny Pokemon. They now see Oblivion Remaster for Switch 2. Oh, that's sick. When was that? Bro, it's covering half the box? Yeah. You should have been there for when I found those Pokemon. That's how we get them to keep coming back, you know? I'm trying to think of what other games. Oh, yeah. I would love to see 3 in New Vegas. I'm really sad that that rumor didn't happen, but you know what? That's how rumors go. If they re-release New Vegas and 3, I'd play them. I would. Like Oblivion did insanely well, so. Is your Pokedex fully shiny? Yes. That was in the partner direct. Oh, I see. I understand it now. Yeah, the way that your Pokedex works is it's shiny based on whatever Pokemon you caught last. So if I caught a Vanillite right now, my box would, or my Pokedex would be shiny, and then it would just be a regular Vanillite. Hot take, Fallout 76 and Starfield are better than people give them credit for. See, I can't really speak on Starfield. I can also barely speak on 76 just because I didn't play those games. But I mean, there's a lot of like shadiness that went into the beginning. And they can definitely fix the games and make them better, but it doesn't undo the initial like intent. You know what I mean? It still makes people aware of the next game. It's like, huh, you guys remember when they promised these things and then they just didn't do it? It's kind of like, gotta be a little bit weary. Like for example, one of the biggest things was the pre-order bonus. For 76, they had a duffel bag, and they showed all these pictures of like the duffel bag, and it went through this unbelievably long duration where they just weren't giving out the bags, and they finally gave out the duffel bag, and it was like so sad, so unbelievably sad. It looked like they printed it on the cheapest printing press that you could possibly use. Let me see. What was it? The okay. So just for perspective, this is what the pre-order was. This was the pre-order bonus.
Launch day reputation will always remain with the game. 7.8 out of 10, too much water.
True. But yeah, so you get this canvas bag, right? It's part of the collector's edition. Either way, I mean, it was still something like they if you bought this, if anything, that's kind of worse to me because you're paying more to buy it, right? I don't recall this box or anything like that. It's really like this was like the big thing that was remembered in the future just because of what it became. Now I'm gonna show you what it looked like when people actually got it. It looks like a nylon bag. It just doesn't. And here's the thing, is if they showed it initially that it looked like that, and obviously it's not like plumped up and stuff like that, so it's not, this is like, it's not gonna look great in this situation, but even if you've like fluffed it up and filled it, it just doesn't look good. But I don't know. The helmet, though, I've not even seen the helmet. Like, what does the helmet look like? I feel like that's hard to mess up, right? I'm seeing ones that people have made. I mean, see, this looks fine. I also don't know if this is the actual thing. I would assume this is it. Because this is like it reminds me, I don't think you can actually like wear this helmet. It reminds me of the Halo 3 one. Kinda. Which that one I really wanted as a kid, but that one was not, it wouldn't fit on anybody's head. It just like, it was filled in the center. But even if you hollowed it out, it still wouldn't fit on like anybody's head unless you're like 8. Which I don't think was the intended demographic of that game. However, that is what it became. That's not my business though. I think the Halo 2 one was a wearable helmet. Oh, I forgot they did it multiple times, that's right. Somebody also said that early access was the not the death of gaming. I forget how they worded it, but they said that it was bad, which I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that, but I think early access was in theory really good. It just kind of like too many companies took advantage of that. Because the whole purpose of early access was like, hey, we're a small developer and we don't have the money to like churn out the game, but the game is definitely still playable right now. And so if you pre-order, we'll have more money down the road to be able to continue like making the game to the fullest extent of what we dreamed it being. And then billion-dollar companies were like, wait, we can do that too. And then just not do any of the stuff. It's also like when games are in early access for like 7 years. There are very few versions of that actually happening, but wasn't like DayZ in early access for a stupid amount of time? To the point where we just entirely lost the meaning of early access. Rust? I've never played that game. How long was that? Fortnite? Really? Ark is still in early access? There's no way. There's no way that's true. There's no way. Wait. Oh, I thought you were shiny. I fell for it. Classic. Chad, have you been? I know this is like probably more of a city spawn, but have you guys gone to Uniqlo to make your Pokopia shirts? They have a whole system where you can go there and make custom shirts at Uniqlo, but they're doing like a collab with Pokemon, and so you can make your own custom shirts. And it's pretty reasonable for what it is. I think it was, if you just want a t-shirt, it's $30, I think. There's some other things you can do, like you can do like little tote bags, and it was short sleeve t-shirt, long sleeve, 2 different size bags that you could have, and like one other thing you could do. It was like a little small accessory. Am I gonna stream Pokopia again? Yes, I will. At some point I will, chat. But they even have just like stuff that's not, it is Pokopia related, but I think it was stuff that was originally in Japan, from what I understand. Like Nimi and I both got 2 bags just so we could like carry groceries and stuff like that, which I can show you. I can show you our fun little designs that we put together, because I got 2 shirts and she got 1, and then we both got a little tote bag. And then we went to the market. And we got Jamaican patties and strawberries. And that's the whole story, everybody. It's very nice.
2 years.
And then we did
Wow.
Calm Day.
Big content. Hoping for another 2 years of big gaming.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for the streams.
Endeavor, thanks for the 2 years. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Yeah, so we were going to do Calm Day for Score Bunny yesterday. However, chat, I fear I've poisoned her mind.
Still gay.
I have poisoned her mind. because she wanted to watch some TV, and I said a couple days ago, I said, hey, can we watch Breaking Bad? I know some people in chat just rolled their eyes, but listen. I said to her, I was like, listen, I tell people that Breaking Bad is the best TV show of all time. I said, if we watch this and you don't feel that way by the end of it, I will never say it again. And she said, okay. We watch like 3 episodes. And we went out the next day. Keep in mind, this is like a couple days ago. And we were walking back to the apartment, and she's like, hey, when we get back, can we watch more Breaking Bad? And I looked at her with a level of love I don't think I've ever expressed. I was like, yep. And so we sat down and we watched like, I don't know, 4 episodes or whatever. The next day, which was yesterday, we were gonna go out for Calm Day. We went to the, to the market to get some snacks and stuff like that. And we're just like lounging in bed, not like in bed, but on top of the bed. I was like, she was like, do you want to watch more? I'm like, yeah, I'm down. And mind you, we're at the beginning of the first season. I'm not even joking, chat. I think yesterday we watched like 8 hours, maybe 7 hours of Breaking Bad. Because every time, that show is really the CEO of like cliffhanger. Every single episode, you just want to watch what's next. Another great example of that is Ozark. For most of the Ozark episodes, it's like that. And it's not like they're the pioneers of that. It's just they really make you want to watch the next episode. And she said to me, she's like, I would have hated watching this when it first came out. It's like having to wait a week or even an entire year to find out what happens next. It would have just been so frustrating. Nick, thank you for the 57 months, and thanks for being gay. That's huge. That's huge. I had a woman yesterday think I was gay. And it was really awkward. And it was, and if I'm being totally honest with you, it was very weird. Was it Nimmy? No, it was not Nimmy. We were at the market, and as we were leaving, this woman came up to us and was like, excuse me, miss. Excuse me? And she turns around and she's like, yes. And she's like, hey, my friend thought you were really cute, and he was too nervous to come up to you. And she points over, and it's just this guy, like halfway down the street, and he goes, and she looks at me, she's like, oh, no. She's like, no, I'm with my boyfriend. And then she like grabs my arm, and the lady looks at me and she's like, oh, I thought you were. You thought I was what? You thought I was what? Hello? And as we were walking away, I looked at me and I was like, hypothetically, even if you were single, would that have interested you? Because I was just thinking conceptually, like, mind you, like, she's in her 30s. I feel like that would be wildly unattractive. Like, if you let's just say you're in like your late 20s, to just be like too scared to go talk to a woman, I just feel like that would be not enticing at all. Even if, you know. I can't stress that. Bro was halfway down the road. Like, I had to go like this. I'm like, I see him. Did you get his number? Yeah. Yep, I did. I'll take that. Hippopotas, if you don't show up right now, you're going in this evening's gumbo. Those are the rules. Prayer circle for the hippo? You don't need to. It's already too late. It's happening. I think you're targeting Audino. I am. It's just, we also need Hippopotas, but all of the Hippopotas have a 10% chance to be Audino. All of those slots. Were you more excited to get Abra, Riolu, or Gumi? I was more excited to get Abra than anything because then the challenge became playable. Yeah, definitely Abra. Gumi was cool because it was like, hey, we're finally done with the section. It was a huge relief, you know? Abra's hour 200? No, 77. That's already bad enough. That's already bad enough. Wait, banger. Riolu was fine too. That was just like a small drought. And I would like to think from now on we're pretty solid away from that. Like Absol may be a little bit of a difficulty, but I'm not too worried about it. What's one more rooftop? We've done enough. What's one more? Oh, 1, 2. Ah! We almost got the triple odd, no chat. It almost happened. Is anybody else shiny hunting? What are you guys up to on this fine Sunday? It's a Sunday. I'm just being gay. Epic. Pokopia. Week 2 of Zapdos? Are you counting? When you guys do shiny hunts, do you count? I can't not. I need to know how bad it is. I need to look over that counter and know how deep I'm in. Strawberry, thanks for the 5 months of tier 2.
Welcome for the Pogo Carry King.
All right. That's, you know what? I would say there was no evidence of that, but I'm pretty sure that Nimi screenshotted that. I'm pretty sure she screenshotted us in the lobby. So, you know, it is what it is. I didn't get anything good for that. I don't even remember what that raid was. Was it a Lapras? I think it was a Lapras. Not counting is just psycho to me. Oh. It's check time. Wait, isn't today the final day of the Pokopia, like, Pokemon Go event? We have struck out on that one tremendously. Like, all we have gotten together, like, she got Sudowoodo, and I have found nothing. Tomorrow? June, thanks for the Prime. Oh, I got a Hundo Score Bunny yesterday. Not bad. Put Blast Burn on that baby. Yeah, I really want one of the shiny Ditto. Just haven't got one. I feel like I've done a pretty decent amount of playing too. Who's Nimi? That's my lady. It's my lady. And she games. Oh. I got Zapdos last night for 23,000 resets. Holy moly. That's tough. Mia, thanks for the Prime. Here's the thing though. Out of all of them, that's the best one. I'll say it. As new play's been great. It's so nice here. Very, very happy. How am I playing on the PS5? It's actually a pretty easy trick. I'm not. So that's how we make it happen. I got the regular shiny Ditto clearing out the 30th Go Pass. That's crazy. Because that's is Ditto always shiny? Because I remember there was you could get a shiny Ditto from, it was in 2020. It was the Go Tour Kanto. No, it's not always shiny. I meant like, is it always available to be shiny? Because the first time it was ever shiny, it was basically given away. If you completed the Go Tour Kanto Global Research, you would get a shiny Ditto. And I didn't know from then if it was ever going to be shiny again. It's also like, Ditto is such a uncommon Pokemon to find. Like I remember, is it the shiny Mew Masterwork Research where you have to catch a Ditto? And people would get so irritated because they're just like, you don't know when you get one. And so people were stuck on that one for so long if you didn't complete it during the like original time frame that it was available. And I was also one of those people. I just didn't like get that deep into the research, and then Ditto was just like not that it wasn't in rotation, it's just it was not a common Pokemon to be in rotation. But now like this is the week where you have the ability if you were stuck on that. The 10 Kecleon, yeah, that one is really. There are some days, like if you go to a city and you play, there's a chance you get none or 3. There's no in between. You either get multiple per day or you get nothing.
GL on the hunts, Softry setting leaf green for Bulbasaur.
Epic.
Enjoyed the second monitor smile.
Epic. That's probably my favorite shiny out of all the starters in Fire Red Leaf Green. Yeah, Kecleon is. It's tough too because I think a lot of people have like a Go Plus, and so it's all automated. And so you don't know if you encounter a Kecleon because you have to spin the stops manually. And if you always have your Go Plus on when you're playing, you just won't know that there's a Kecleon there. Because it does spin the stop, but it does not do the interaction of having Kecleon. You just have to wait for somebody else to bring it up to you. I'm stuck on the Landorus Special Research from 2019. I don't even remember that one. Yeah, I don't think I did that one. King Gort 2? Surely not. I don't think we need another. Oh, it is also check time. I didn't realize. No Fig. No Bird. Hold on. Hold on. I think that the worst Go research to complete are the older ones of community days, because you have to catch that specific Pokemon. And let's just say somebody buys the research for you and you don't intend on doing the event, you're just stuck with that until you just somehow come across like 25 Cyndaquil. Also, that's a no on the predictions mods. We did not get anything. Like, I didn't finish the Score Bunny research yesterday. I almost finished it just because I didn't, we sat on the couch all day, so we didn't walk 1 kilometer. But thankfully, they changed it now, and it's just like catch a certain amount of Pokemon, not catch specifically Score Bunny. But I still have, mine is Cyndaquil. I didn't finish Cyndaquil Classic Calm Day because I was streaming. That was when I found my really rare shiny Cyndaquil. And Nimi's is arguably way worse than mine because she has Togetic. Like, when is Togetic gonna be in the wild, aside from the recent event that they just did? Like, she was able to knock out a couple of them because it was part of the all-out event where, like, every single Pokemon was in the wild. There were quite a few Togetic available. But the odds of her finding more Togetic in the wild is, like, 0. Good luck. There's some now, yeah. I would assume it's a very rare spawn, but I can relay that to her. I can. I've had Take a Pick of Tornadus for like 5 years. I keep missing out on it. I think like last or 2 weeks ago might have been your best time to do that because that was also in the all out. It was a wild spawn. Yeah. It's tough when you miss some stuff. It really is. It's also tough when you don't get any shinies. That's very sad. That's very sad lore. Also, I had to check something real quick. Okay. The one thing I'm really curious about, because they didn't really explain it more, is the Pokemon Go event that's like day out and night out. They have one that's basically, it's like a Pokemon Go event, but they have a version of it called Night Out, where it's targeted more towards adults. And I really want to check that out. I'm just curious, because they don't really ever do any nighttime based events because of the implication that they don't want children to be outside playing Pokemon Go at like 11 p.m. But I am intrigued as to what they could possibly do with that, and they announced it, I think, on... Was it even Pokemon Day? Isn't Pogo in general targeted towards adults? I mean, I think you could just say that for most mobile games, but Pokemon is targeted towards children more than anybody. Just a random tweet, is that what it was? I got 19 score bunny. I think I got 3. I almost said 5, but I think I got 3. Not very exciting, but that's okay. I'm gonna be trying kimchi for the first time later today. Do you guys like kimchi? Do you at least know what it is before you have it? I love kimchi. It also depends on what type of kimchi you're having. Because let me tell you, if you're having just kimchi, that's typically just cabbage. But my favorite kimchi of all time is radish. Radish kimchi is unbelievably good. So, so good. Have that with some rice. Have that with some like chicken thigh. Game changer. That's a game changer right there. Lunar, thanks for the 9 months, if I didn't say that. Zach, thanks for the 23 months. Check those primes, chat, and you get ad-free viewing and emotes if you link your Amazon and Country account. You can have other types. I mean, the concept of kimchi is just like what you marinate it in. You know, like the kimchi part, I think, is just the sauce. And the process of like pickling. But I've gone to H Mart and I've had probably every single version of the kimchi that they offer you. Let me put you on to beet kimchi. I do not like beets. And that was very clear yesterday too, because we went to a farmer's market and they had like lemonade. And I was feeling real ambitious and real, you know, like let's just try something new today. They had 3 different flavors of lemonade and I bought every single one. And they're all like sea moss. but it doesn't taste like the ocean. It just tastes like, it's just like I think like a probiotic or whatever. But it had regular lemonade. Tasted that one? Good. They had a blue one that was from the ocean and tasted that? Good. And then they had beet lemonade. I don't know what in my brain thought that I was going to enjoy that. I took a sip of that. It tasted like lemon, a little bit of lemon, like maybe 10% lemon, and then the essence of every beet on earth. It was not good. It was not good at all. I don't know anybody who likes beets. I really don't. It's just, there's nothing yummy about it. I do! All right. Your task for today is you must eat 12 beets. And if you don't, you're banned. For life. Beats by Dre. That truly was peak, like salesmanship. Those headphones got pushed so crazy in the 2010s. It was unbelievable. They were in every single music video that you could possibly imagine. Which, you know, it makes sense because Dr. Dre is has heavy ties to the music industry. But if I'm not mistaken, didn't he sell the Beat Company to Apple for like $800 million or something like that? And that was maybe 5 years of owning the company. Like, that's insane. That's insane. That's so fast. No, he sold it to me for 1 corn chip. I didn't know you left. I didn't know you left, and I got sad, and I had nobody to tell. Where did you go? I know where you went, but I'm up playing it. Now I'm sad, everybody. Now I'm sad. They wanted the technology they were using, so paid top dollar. Can I ask what the technology was? Because here's the thing, chat. You know, I was in high school in the 2010s. Go ahead, you can say yuck. But I bought a pair of Beats. I had the Solo. Wasn't that what they were called? Maybe if we went to go see our friend. I don't want to go to the IRS. I don't want to go there anymore. I had the Solo headset, and those were like 150, I think, $200 for those. And then they had the studio headsets. The studio headsets were 400, I believe. And yeah, they they were very mediocre headsets. They were just insanely good at branding. Because everybody, they were so good at branding that it was a fashion statement, chat. It was beyond having a headset. It was beyond having a pair of headphones to listen to music to. People would accessorize by having them around their necks. Like, they would pay athletes to have them around their necks. They would pay celebrities to walk down the street and get taken photos of by the paparazzi. This is a great segue. If you want a great pair of headphones, there's no sponsor, but I'd love to be. These are the Bayer Dynamic DT990 Pro. I understand that the name Bayer Dynamic is not a very easy thing to type out. I think it's B-E-Y-E-R and then Dynamic. I'm a big fan of open back headphones. Or open ear. No, it's open back. Mostly because I didn't know these existed. I had no idea. Because, I don't know, type 1 if when you were a kid, you would play games with one ear out. Like, kind of like a half ear out like this. Because you didn't want to be too loud and you didn't want your parents to come in and be like, hey, cut it out, quiet down, we're making tacos. It's white people taco night, everybody. These, you can hear through. You can hear through them. that doesn't stop me from being loud.
It's so nice to subscribe for 66 plus 1 month.
But I don't have to go, what was that? What was that? No, Mom! No, Mrs. Robinson's lying. No, I did my homework. I did. A D? I didn't get a D. I didn't. No, I promise. I did. I did do the work. I did. No, she's lying. She doesn't like me. You know what's so funny? I just defaulted to the name Mrs. Robinson. I had never had a teacher named Mrs. Robinson. Ever. Oh no, he's having a flashback. I never had a teacher named Mrs. Robinson. I just got Shalfa Spritzy. Mods ban that guy. Bro, I don't like people who brag. I'm telling you, I need Miss Betts. I don't think she's living.
White people taco night. Get your refried beans from the grocery store. Get the Ortega sauce from the grocery store.
And the ground beef from the grocery store. And shredded cheese from the grocery store. Meet the Robinsons. I've never seen that movie. And that's in the era of when I was going to the movie theaters. That time has passed, I fear. Yeah, I don't really know anything about that. Because that movie came out in like 2008, right? 2007. That was quite a long time ago. That was when I was young. Still hip though. Still hip. Everybody says it. They're like, John, you're so hip and cool and awesome. And you really stay with the times. I try to stay humble. Try to stay humble with it. One of the best movies like ever. See, I'm pretty ill-informed on movies, so I don't know. Like, do you guys trust IMDb or like Rotten Tomatoes for things, or you just see like what pop culture says about it to deem if it's worth starting, like a TV show or anything? Because I think for stuff like that, especially even for like music websites like Pitchfork, there is such heavy bias to older music. It's really like boomer mentality of like this movie was like made 70 years ago and it's the best piece of cinema ever. And any movie that's come out recently is stinky and bad. I mean, oh, we got one in chat. My queen! She hates modern movies. Media literacy is low. Chat, type 1 if you can read. Isn't there like a, which, Okay. Let's try this. Let's see how far I can go. Oops. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, I broke it. Okay. Which had a higher rating, Bridesmaids or Coco? I feel it's got, I mean, Disney's got like, they've got a buff. They've got a crazy buff. I've never seen Bridesmaids. I don't know if it's a bad movie, but I would say Coco for sure. Like if I don't know how the numbers work. I would say this movie got like probably a 7.6 and Bridesmaids got like a 5.3. 8.4. Okay, that's higher than I thought. All right. Okay, well, see this clearly The Wizard of Oz is higher than Coco. What? In what realm? No, I can do it. I don't know what this is. It's definitely this movie. The Blind Side. No, it's still Indiana Jones. The Hunger Games. If I'm not mistaken, The Hunger Games kind of went on a decline, but I think that the first one and the second one did big number. And so I wanna say, because it was a book, it's got some pull because it was a book. I'm gonna say it's The Hunger Games. No, I can do better than 2. Yes, clearly, this is the higher one. Okay. Okay. War of the Worlds. It has to be Cuckoo's Nest. I can't, yeah. Yeah, no way. The Last Samurai. Is that Tom Cruise? This looks like AI. This does not look like a real movie. What? I've never even heard of this one.
This doesn't look like Pokemon.
I'm gonna say just be yeah, no, I'm gonna say just it's the Tom Cruise buff. Yeah. The Mask. Ooh, I think it's close. I've seen The Mask. I want to say I don't think The Mask did, like, I think it's more acclaimed to be enjoyable in comparison, because I've never even heard of The Last Samurai, but I think it's The Last Samurai. I think that The Mask did not do as well. 7. Burn After Reading. Probably. Oh, that's a freebie. It was a freebie. Hotel Rwanda, definitely yes, higher. It's a Wonderful Life. Old movie, very popular old movie. But an 8-1's a high score, that's the thing. Like, if anything, this is maybe like an 8-3. Oh, 8-6. That's gonna be hard to beat. 1408. No. Okay, we're in there. Lilo and Stitch. I don't really know how this movie was. I don't know anybody who's even talked about it. I knew it was coming out. I have not seen it personally, but I can't imagine it did well. Like, I'm thinking like a 5-4. Okay. Attack of the Clones. This movie was hated. This movie was hated when it came out. This is regarded as the worst mainline Star Wars movie. So but that also, I just can't imagine Lilo and Stitch being higher than this. You know what I mean? Like that says a lot. No, I'm gonna say Attack of the Clones is higher still. I think it's like a 7-2. Ah! I got 9, everybody. Well, that was worth a try. We've done it, everybody. Brother lost to 6-7. That can't be right. What was the website called? I don't really know. I just looked up like higher, lower, IMDb. There's so many higher, lowers. They should do a higher, lower, but the Pokedex. I think at a certain point that would actually get difficult. Like higher, lower, but it's Gen 1 Pokedex. Like which is higher, a higher number Pokedex entry. Like if I were to give you Clefairy and then Mankey. Methinks Ice Cream. Oh. Ice Cream. Oh, it's very nice. That's a very nice ice cream. Hello. All right, let's catch you. In the ball. Ice Queen. Oh! It's nighttime, everybody. Go to bed. That was another Fletchender? No, we would have to be way closer to hear it. Way closer. Alright. Any names, or any nature guesses, I'm sorry, for this Vanillite? This is a dupe, so who gets to name it? That's a great question. Emily, could you actually, never mind. They are not claimed, so we can name it whatever. I'm a gay sassy. Holy moly, he did it. He finally got it. He did it. It's sassy because he knew it was sassy. And he got it because it's sassy. It's sassy.
That's
I get to
Bamballs
name
if you
it
love
then.
Johnstone.
I'm gonna name it. If you look at him, he's a little gamer, and he's made of cream. I'm gonna name him Creamer. I realize the implications of that. I'm gonna name him Creamy. Let me swap you out for you. Alright. Creamy. Okay, how about yeah, that's a good escape. Yeah, let's name it Coldstone. Yep. Yeah, that's good. That's a good name. Let's get a round of applause for safety. We name her Sassy and move on. All right, that took a long time to get that one. We went very over odds for that. That was like maybe almost triple over odds for that one ice cream. And no hippo. Being able to change your nicknames at any point is an underrated feature. I think there's a lot of optimizedness that was added to Pokemon that just kind of people forget. Let's start with running. You can run in Pokemon games. There was a period of time where you couldn't do that. Another one, even though I do clown Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, you could have both bikes. That was a complaint that people had when they played through Gen 3, is you could only pick one bike at a time. And especially how like little impact the acro bike had to gameplay, it would have just made sense if they just had one bike. Let's start with running. We had bikes. Yeah, but they took a long time for you to get a bike. You were doing a scenic walk for a hot minute. Another one that people kind of forget exists is the vitamin cap. They changed the vitamin cap. Because originally you could only use 100 of a certain vitamin on a stat before you couldn't use any more. And then they ended up just removing that entirely. And that was really annoying back in the day because you would just have to dump in, because even that was even a thing in X and Y. And so the tech back in the day was to use 100 on whatever EV you wanted to use it on, and then go do horde battles until you reached whatever number you were trying to get to. And I would say even now, there's still a little bit of work that has to be put in, which I'm not against that, but because you can't buy feathers, right? Like in Scarlet and Violet, can you purchase feathers for individual numbers? Or do you have to do wild battles to get them? You can? Where is it? I don't recall that at all. Oh, I guess you can pick them up in Blueberry Academy. You can in ZA? Oh. Well, yeah, a lot of those are also wild drops. I have many feather. I'm still waiting for ethers to be sold in the games. I think that there's a list of items that just should never be sold, and that should be one of them, because then it defeats the purpose of even picking up things, like going out of your way to try and find them. I realize that it is an inconvenience, but like I think not having ethers is such a small inconvenience for how often you're able to heal. And there's also no purpose for ethers in this game. Just use Lappa. What if they have no Lappa? What if they have no Lappa? People dupe ethers? What do you mean? Did you already do a shiny only playthrough of Fire Red back in the day? No. No, I wouldn't do one either, to be totally honest with you. I think there's a lot of people who will do it better than I will. And I already have my own list of stuff that I gotta do. Yeah, because I know Matt is breezing through his right now. 1 in 8,000 is crazy odds. Takes so long to get anything. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't like when it takes a long time to do stuff in the games. You know, like I like to just kind of like do the challenges and get them done. Anyways, I'm gonna save. Yep, I like being done. Like getting in, getting out. All right, chat. I hit my 11K resets on my Bulbasaur hunt yesterday. It's getting annoying now. Annoying? How? You have shiny in your name. How are you upset about being over odds when your personality is shiny hunting? That doesn't make any sense. Your whole online persona is what you do. Unless you just like really shiny things. Then I'm wrong. What do you guys do when you shiny hunt? The answer should be something. Like it's gotta be, if it's nothing and you just straight shiny hunt, you are a different breed of human being. Honestly, a scary human being. Fall asleep. Sharma, thanks for the 25 months of Prime. Watch Johnstone Emerald Living Dex VOD usually. Epic. Which, speaking of, chat, as of like 2 days from now, we'll be caught up on the VODs. They will be up to date as of the previous day of stream. Listen to music. Yeah, it is also a good opportunity to like listen to an album. Like something new comes out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do some offline hunting today. Because this next week I should have like a lot of time to really crank through this section. Do you guys watch the VODs of streams you saw live? I mean, I don't particularly watch any VODs. Because I'm usually there for streams. That being said, if Matt made a VOD channel, I would watch it. He just has his second channel where he uploads some, like, almost highlights. You got any shinies yet? I just got ice cream. Ice cream. The VODs are great background noise, yeah. Yeah. What is the concept? I have What is the concept I have only ever eached your videos from 2023 back in the day? What is the concept I have only ever watched your shiny videos from 2023 back in the day? What? What? Hold on. No, I'll get it. What is the concept I have only ever watched? Oh, brother, please. Invest in a comma. Just one comma would have changed my entire perception of what you just said to me. One comma. I did it, everybody. I solved the riddle. And now my prize, I get to answer them. We're getting every shiny before each rank up. So I'm getting I dropped my controller. I'm getting every single shiny Pokemon before I have to progress to the next rank. And there are currently 14 shinies. I would also like to note, we have only obtained one new one, and we've faced 3 times here. And that is, honestly, it's a little impressive. It's a little impressive with how many Hippopotas spawn here. That is kind of wild. That's rough. Well, here's the upside, is you're watching me in the better half of the video. I was evil Johnstone then, and now I'm nice. I'm really nice now. I've changed. Every Pokemon or one for every line? We are getting, well, we're evolving every single Pokemon as well before rank up. So we are, in theory, getting every Pokemon, but not every individual one. If it were that, this video would take, just baseline, it would take 3 times as long, but also it would take longer than 3 times as long. And that means we would have already been about 1,500 to 2,000 hours into this video. And I'm okay. Yeah, getting 3 Abra and 2 Flabebe at the start would have been horrible. Genuinely awful to watch. Evil Johnstone is the original artwork from way back. Origin form Johnstone, if you will. That's true. That's true. There was one singular Johnstone video where I don't have the Johnstone character like in my older videos. It's a completely different one, and that's because somebody emailed me and said, "Hey John, I decided to redo your character if you want to use it in your video." And it was just a really nice gesture for them to do that, because at the time I didn't get like any like art made of me or anything like that. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And I didn't want to change it, but it felt awkward replying to the email being like, hey, this is really nice. No, I'm good. And so I put it in one video, and there were so many comments on the first day of like, oh my God, I don't like that, please change it back, that I changed it back the next video. But I felt like in the moment that I did the right thing. What video? I really don't even remember which one it was. This was a long time ago, chat. This is like 7 years ago. I want to say, actually, just to be sure, why doesn't everybody in chat just go back and rewatch every video? Then we'll be able to figure out which one it was. We can all work together as a team. If all of you just rewatch every single video, we can all get to the bottom of it. Just we're not narcs, so we're gonna gatekeep this info. So if you find it, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody in chat. You removed quite a lot of them, chat. If you go do that right now, I will release Angry Birds gameplay. It's gonna happen. I'll show the Angry Birds gameplay just for you guys. What about the berry video? I removed that video because it sucked. That video just sucked, chat. That was the epitome of like, I'm making a video to make a video. And I don't want that to be the theme of my content. That's all. When do you think this video will come out? Tomorrow, if we're
Angry
really
Birds
lucky.
gameplay, but all the birds are Pokemon.
How do you already have a shiny Dragonite? I shiny hunted Dratini, and then I leveled it up. Glamrock, thanks for the 4 months. I just saw John's Rage Shadow Legends sponsor. It's crazy. They don't do that anymore, do they? I don't think that they do sponsors. They made so much money from that game. They ran out of money. Here's the thing, chat, is I know this was like a thing known with them that they paid for a lot of sponsors. I don't think people understand how much money they had, which they probably still do. But the amount of money they would offer to sponsor a video would make your head explode. $2, many dollar. I think contractually, I'm not ever allowed to say how much I made from that sponsor. However, it was a lot. And I got a lot of flack for it. And here's the thing. I can say this because I didn't sign a contract for it. One of the dumbest things that I have ever done in my early content creator career is I turned down a sponsor from them because I didn't like that people didn't like that I did a sponsor. Because whenever I would do that, I would upload a video and it had a sponsor in it, people would tear me up in the comments, and it got to my head. I would like to note that I did not take this deal. However, I remember telling some of my friends, and they said that I was an idiot for not doing it. I believe that one time they offered me $20,000, and I said no. Because I was like, you know what? I don't want people to come to my content and be mad at me. Yep. I said I didn't want to sell out. I did it one time and people didn't like it, so I don't want to do it again. So I didn't take it. You're a stronger person than I am. I mean, looking back, I was like, yeah, nobody would have cared today in 2026. Nobody would have cared. But you know. It is what it is, chat. You live and learn. Respond to the email today. Now we're thinking. The price went up, by the way. The price went up. It's now $20,001. And $1 interest. Are you on the Switch or are you emulating? Chad, I think society is cooked. I think genuinely we are cooked as a society. It's game over. We've reached end game. Type 1 chat if you want to leave society and you want to turn into a worm. And we can have an underground worm farm that we all reside in, and I can stream as a worm. I think that's the only outcome. That's the only reasonable thing we can do. We must anamorph. I'm gonna anamorph into a wolf. Just because I think that wolves are cool, and I think that they are they're nice and I think I'm done with this conversation now. I remember being freaked out by those Animorph books, let me tell you. Just say you like Mariana? This Mariana is my boyfriend. And before you say, huh? That's actual Pokemon dialogue. I don't want to hear it. That is in a Pokemon video game. I am simply quoting the game. Which one? Coliseum. Wait. It can't keep happening. Come on. Come on. I got gourded again. That's it. That's the final straw, everybody. I get you in this ball. It's a big day, everybody. We must pay respect. Any nature guesses for this Fletchender? Also, any monster can get the prediction on it. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go 2 for 2. Watch this. Docile. Rash. It's got a gay rash. Everybody, stand up and salute the heir to the throne, King Gort II. All right. Oops. They both have gay rashes. Man. Really makes you think, doesn't it? It is hereditary, yeah. Wait, no, that means that means that it had a Everstone. Gay rash for life. All hail King Gort II, second of his name, guardian of the steeple, tallest in the land. What could ZA do to make it better? More Gort. Yeah, more Gort. That's what we need. And Castilia Cone. Because ice cream yummy. It makes me feel better. I have 7 Fletchling from Zone 7. Fletchling or Fletchender? That's actually insane that we found 2 Alpha Fletchender before 1 Hippopotas. That is... Wait. Have these always been here? No long... Oh, that's not a damaging move. No longer will they be there. All right, we'll take them down. You found the video? Yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't need to rewatch it. I remember what it looked like. But yeah, that's the only time I've ever changed my channel art. I did change my channel banner, because that one was also custom art, but then I wanted to, while I was doing a commission for, Emerald Living Dex, I think it was for the Emerald Living Dex, the person that I commissioned from, the way that their commission worked is they would draw a character, like you as a character with your Pokemon. And I was like, well, I don't need that for the thumbnail. I just need the Rayquaza. Or was it Rayquaza? No, it was Suicune. It was Suicune. And I was like, well, I don't need that, so I'll just like consider it less work, you know? And they're like, oh, okay, sure. And then they messaged me back and they said, hey, I feel really bad because you're paying for this and I don't want to like short you. Is there another Pokemon that you want me to draw? And I was like, okay, yeah, I can do that. And so I said, can you do Cleffa being really stressed out about filing taxes? And they're like, yeah, sure, we can do that. Also, on a totally unrelated note, I found
6 or 7 months.
I've seen other channels do the same banner as me. Not my Cleffa, but like their own Pokemon. I just didn't think it would have that much traction. It's like, hey, subscribe so blank can pay for their taxes. And it's like their own Pokemon stressed out trying to file taxes with a calculator. I didn't know I had pull like that, you know? Agent Green, thanks for the 7 months. Oh, 6 or 7 months. Yeah, that's cool. That's fair. God forbid a white boy catch a little motion. We need merch? Of what? Here's the thing, I will always stand by. I feel like most like YouTuber merch is not wearable outside the comfort of your own home. Which, here's the thing, is I'm sure some of you are really cool with that. But I don't, if I wouldn't wear it out, you know? Like, I like the Metal Rally stuff that we did. The only reason I didn't wear more of it after I sold it is just because of the fact that like I don't wear hoodies in like very often in Atlanta. There's also, it's hard to ask you guys what you'd want to see because the issue is you guys will say everything ever that's copywritten. You're like, John, do a t-shirt with Fampy on it. No, I'll go to jail. I don't want that. I don't want that smoke, chat. Yeah, Pookie Coin is royalty free. Would you guys ever want a physical Pookie Coin? Like a metal Pookie Coin that you can flip. John Ranch. Well, yeah, but like what about John Ranch? I'd pay $100. What if I made it cheaper and then you buy multiple? A bottle of ranch. I'm gonna stop asking you guys for suggestions. No, make it $100. Chat, type 1 if you would buy a Pookie Coin for $100. All right, it'll be out tomorrow. John gets a ranch and has an Airbnb location. Okay, at one point in time, I almost had a ranch. I almost became a farmer boy. When my parents got divorced and changed the entire trajectory of my life, they were looking at houses. And one place that we went to was it was like a ranch in like upstate New Hampshire. And I remember going there and it was like a small little ranch house and a tremendous amount of land. Like we're talking, the majority of the cost of the home was the land. And I think it was, I want to say like 200 acres of land. It's a pretty large amount, right? Like the average home is on maybe one acre of land, right? Half an acre. And so a lot of the price of it was just because of the land. It was a really small house. Like the house was maybe like $150,000, something like that. Which at the time, that was a decent sized house. Nowadays, that house would be like 300 grand or something like that. But anyways, so it was very clear that if we lived there, we would have to do some sort of farm life or at least make use of the land. And so I asked my mom, because we were walking around in one of the areas, they had stables. They didn't have any animals on the farm. They already like took them out. But they had a collection of, I think it was like 4 stables. And I said to my mom, I was like, Mom, we could have horses. We could have horse lore, Mom. And she's like, listen, honey, if we buy this house, we won't get you a horse, but we will get you a pony. And I was like, oh my God, I want to be a pony boy. Long story short, we didn't get the house, so I didn't get a pony. And that is, I fear, the end of the story. No pony. No pony. How are you? I'm chilling. How are you? I got 2 shinies, and I'm sitting, and I'm gonna get 3 shinies really soon. I scripted into the game. Don't say Brony Stone. But yeah. I almost lived on a ranch, so it would have been real. That's a good ending because taking care of a horse is so expensive and time consuming. Yeah. Well, I mean, that was, my mom had to like make the decision of like, do we quit job and resort to becoming farmer and farm life? And she's like, nah. I had a hot dog. I want a hot dog with beef. And I got you a Filipino cookie. I don't know what that is, but I'm ready. I'm ready. That's a chunky bird you got right there. You dare disrespect the king of the city, King Gort II? Guards, collect that man and send him to the guillotine immediately. Blow him up as well. Whatever remains. Blow him up. Unless you would like to be the jester of the town. For them, we request one small dance. Coconut whoopie pie? This is the greatest day ever. If I was standing, I wouldn't need to sat down. Wait, there was a pincer there. Did you guys see that? That's rare. We had to shiny hunt that, and it's gonna be blue. It's gonna be blue when we find it. That's good news. I got 5 shiny goats and no shiny Pikachu. They just outed themselves so badly, chat. You know why you have 5 shiny goats and no shiny Pikachu? Because you're going in and out of zone 3 and you're not actually hunting there. You've been automated hunting it. Because Pikachu does not spawn in that range of you going in and out of the tower. Listen, we've all done it. We've all done it. But now this is your time to change. This is your time to change as a human being. It does, I checked. Quite. quite. You can macro on Area 3. That makes me want to throw up. Wrong. I've never done it. I've never hunted in Zone 3, by the way. After I get Registeel, should I go for Regice, Regirock, or Kyogre for my Gen 3 Shiny Living Dex? Kyogre? Ooh! I love Kyogre. Can we also talk about the crazy secret lore that is the Regis in Gen 3? And I'm not talking about the fact that, you know, the Regis are secret lore in Gen 3 and they take quite a lot of investigation to getting. Where is it? Let's talk about the fact that the Regis, they're hold on. Let's talk about the fact that the Regis overworld sprites look nothing like them. What's like, I mean, they're all kind of them if they ran into each other really quickly. But like, Regice at no point ever has green eyes. The only one that kinda looks right is Regirock, but Regirock is also not gold. Not even the shiny is gold. Registeel kinda looks like Registeel, but also like the eye dots are not correct. And you could be like, oh, John, it's a statue. Sure, that would make sense, but you interact with it and then start the encounter. So why are they the way that they are? And now you might be saying, John, none of your logic makes sense, and I hate you. Type 1 if you're that person in chat. Hold on. Okay, by that logic, chat, can you explain why in the Japanese games, which came out before the international, these are the Pokédolls. These are the Pokédolls that you can get for your base. Why in the world are these not the overworld sprites? E-reader? Great. They were in the game. They were in the game. Because they sit? Listen, I hear you. But they could make them stand. They could make them, they could just take the top. They could take this part and then make them stand. They could just add more pixels or just like angle the legs down. Right? They're tired. Oh. It is crazy. It's like night and day. It's very interesting. I have a shiny Tentacruel in my GBA Leaf Green without shiny hunting. My uncle's in jail. All right. Let's go back to Zone 7, baby. Maybe they made the statue sprites before finalizing the battle sprites. 100%. Like those Pokédolls were made very late into the game development, I'm sure. Let's go. I watch your videos to go to sleep. Epic. That does make me feel really weird inside, but I understand that a lot of people do that, so it's normalized in my brain. Chat, do you need something to go to sleep? Like, you need some sort of assistance to go to bed? Like music or white noise or YouTube video or stream, like any sort of audio. Because I need it. I need it. Pitch black and no noise. Give the blackout curtains and everything. Brown noise. Bro is pooping before bed. That's crazy. You are my white noise. She's trying to go to sleep. Is it me you're looking for? I do be singing before bed. I do. I'll put on some tunes. Darkness, thanks for the prime. I think she said you were snoring bad. There's no evidence of that. There's no evidence. Don't say well. There's no evidence. No one has ever seen me snore, and I don't snore. And I'm getting bullied, and I'm very sad. Was that a punk cover or Hello by Lionel Richie? Yeah, we do a lot over here. My next one is gonna be a punk version of WAP. Stay tuned, everybody. How many trees does John take down per night? I don't even know what that means. I have no idea what that even means. Sawing logs. Snoring sounds like sawing. I would have never made that connection. Ever. We call lumberjacks? The Pogopia Pogo event is still alive. You found a shiny, didn't you? And you're not gonna share, aren't you? Snoring denier. No, chat. I do snore sometimes, but it has to be under the right elements. Only during specific moon phases will it happen. The element is not sleeping. No, it's deeper than that. It is. I found 100 IV shiny score bunny. Epic. I found a hundo score bunny yesterday and a shiny one individually, and I'm gonna make them run into each other. I have 2,000 score bunny candy. I think my craziest yields ever, because don't they do like a random buff every single community day where it's like you get triple Stardust or triple XP or triple candy or something like that? I think Dynamo Calm Day, I went crazy because I think it was triple candy. Could be wrong about, no, it was triple XP for that one because you could do excellent throws and get like 8,000 experience per catch. So it was that. But there was one where it was triple candy. And I think during the calm day, I managed to get like 7,000 candy for whatever Pokemon that was. Or maybe it was 6,000. I don't know. It was a lot though. I went crazy. And for the Score Bunny one, actually I think Score Bunny was candy yesterday, wasn't it? Because I got quite a lot. I think just from sitting on my couch, I got about 800. I think. You guys still play Pokemon Go? It was egg distance? Ow. It's always double candy? What? For Shiny Diancie, are you on the time gate? Isn't it 3 weeks? I think so far, for the events that they have done for the 10-year anniversary, so far have been good. Like the best thing that they did was the Kalos, or sorry, like the Kanto Battle Pass. That was insane. Like genuinely, for people who wanted to complete the games, that was a big deal. I stopped because I didn't want to support Niantic. Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Now it's Scopely, everybody. Which is only kind of true. It's not entirely true, but it's mostly true. It's mostly true. What do you think about the Incense Legendaries? I thought it was pretty cool. It was also expected that, you know, most of them would just run away. Hey John, big fan. Just want to say thank you for inspiring me to Shiny Hunt. I just found a Shiny Froakie in Pokemon Y because of you. Did you do the starters? Or did you egg? Either way, that's crazy. That's epic. The only legendary I caught was the Galarian Moltres. That's not bad. That's not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. What are the odds we get Shiny Volcanion first and go? Like 100%. It feels like it anyways. That seems the most likely. If we got Diancie, and then we got Hoopa, we got Volcanion. Actually, you know what? No, probably Pokemon Home. Probably Pokemon Home at some point. One can hope. I would love to know if they're going to do a Fire Red Leaf Green one, which I would imagine they would, what that would be. Like I know people will say Shiny Mew because that's the easiest thing to say, but like, is it really gonna be Shiny Mew? I feel like it's too easy. Do you have interest in ROM hacks? No. No, the foundation of my channel, chat, is really just like nostalgia. Obviously, I'm playing a current game, but I think a lot of people watch my streams to kind of reminisce for older games and watch me just like do things that they wish that they did in their childhood. And so I have no emotional attachment to any ROM hacks. It just like, I didn't grow up with them. Don't gravitate towards them. There's also already enough stuff to do in these games. True, yeah, the Fire Red Leaf Green video did really, really well. Yeah. What am I trying to catch? I'm trying to get Hippopotas and Audino. And Hippopotas, there's 3 of them that spawn, as you can see. And then each of those has a 10% chance to be Audino instead. Pokemon still hasn't released XD and Coliseum. They announced that, well, actually, XD should come out like this week, right? Like no meme, it should actually come out this week. They said mid-March. This is the middle of March. It could not be more middle of March. So that should be on ISO like this week. What do you think is the next community day? Regigigas. The people have been begging for Regigigas Calm Day. Every wild spawn will be Regigigas. Do you want Kitava? Yes, please. Yes, please. I will give you all the money ever on Earth. I finally got Coliseum so I can complete the decks in Fire Red Leaf Green. What do I want? I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Wait a second. I got it. I got it. Their menu doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, and so I will just trust you. I'm just gonna text you that I trust you. Their menu didn't make any sense online. Gavin, thanks for the year. I appreciate it. Darkness, thanks for the prime. If I didn't say that.
Yippee.
I found a Shalfa Lucario with no shiny charm. That's epic. How many Fletchling are we up to? 30. We're not counting Fletchender. Fletchender is in a different league. Oh, there's two of them. There's two of them, and they're lovers. We are now in the King Gort era. Very important. Oh, that's true. Everybody, stop what you're doing. There are new Pokopia icons on NSO. Thank you for reminding me. Holy Christmas. Very cute. Very fun. This is the best one. I love that one. I actually might change to that one. But those are the other ones. And the backgrounds are actually really good. Available until the 18th. So I'll just do it right now. Because you don't even need to play the game, to my understanding. Thanks for the reminder. You make me sad sometimes. Oh. Usually NSO, yeah. Yeah, there are some of those promotions where like you have to play the game. But this one is, to my understanding, not one of those. You can just like, even if you have a Switch, a base Switch, you can do it. What 13 Pokemon do we have left, and can we see a low PNG of each of them on screen? No. No, you can't. However, in this area, we have Hippopotas, Audino. I can try and guess the rest. We got Absol. We've got Zone 8, which is like Sandile and Gibble and Numel, I think is everything there. I might be missing one. And then we've got Zone 9, which I don't... Oh, there's like... I think that's the one with Sableye and Carbink. And then Zone 10. I think I'm mixing up the last two. There's the power plant area, and that's gonna be Drillbur and Onyx, Aeron. No, Emolga's there, but I already have it. I don't know. This is a decent amount. But it's all basically zones. Oh, Helioptile, that's true. That's zone 14? No, it's in the section. Ooh, 3? No. Rats. Yeah, I don't know the names of the zones. Oh, wait, you're right. Oh. Well, we have everything pretty much in zone 9. And then yeah, then we have Slowpoke and we have Carvana and Tynamo. Important DM. Alrighty. Wait, look. Pokemon Walker. I gave one to Nimi a couple days ago, and she's like, how do I use it? And I was like, well, here's the funny thing. You can use it, it's just you are going to have to play like the first 10 minutes of Heart Gold Soul Silver. And I fear she will not be playing that anytime soon. However, I think that she should, just because of the fact that she can build up steps and unlock more courses. That is, unfortunately, essential to really using the Pokewalker. One day I will get every course. It's not right now. I really should just start. Because the amount of time to get every single Pokewalker course is, like, so unbelievably long. Like, I think Matt got... Oh, no, he... Oh, I can't say that. Never mind. I almost leaked. Nice. I don't think you guys know about that. Ahsoka, thanks for the 69 months. I appreciate it. Thanks for the segue. Yeah, getting every single course, you would need to walk 10,000 steps a day, I think, for 250 days or 300 days, like almost a year. Which, like, if you work in retail, walk in the park, right? But it's still a lot. Like, just having it on you all the time is really the hardest part, and replacing the battery and everything. But I do want to get my Pokewalker started because I have not really used one consistently, like, ever. And it'd be cool. It'd be cool to get one. I got a second Go Plus Plus in case mine breaks. It's insane that they don't make more of them. Like, what could possibly be the reason? Like, the fact that those things are like $120, $130 now, just because they don't make them anymore, is wild to me. And I know it's that much because I had to pay that. I had to buy one. Does Pokewalker give you anything exclusive or cool? There are Pokemon that you can get in the Pokewalker courses that you can't get anywhere else. One of the most notable ones that is like, out of all of them, is Spiritomb. It's unbelievably unlikely for you to get one because there are prerequisites to getting encounters in the game. So, for example, the way that it works is you will get Pokemon based on a category, and that category is deemed by how many steps you take. And I think, isn't the maximum amount of steps that it's considered, it's like, for some of them it's 10,000, for some of them it's 8,000, for some of them it's like 15,000. Could be wrong about that, but I know that it varies depending on how many steps you take. And you'll have a chance of getting a Pokemon from that step count pool. Because there's one if you do 800 steps or less, for example, if you go into like the first zone, you can get like a Weedle or something like that. And then if you walk 2,000 steps, you get a little bit of a better pool of Pokemon when you go to do your encounters. And then they have like the 5,000 one, and that's when you get the best chance at getting like the rarest thing. And sometimes you'll get stuff that's not in, that isn't native to Johto or Kanto. Like, you can get some Hoenn Pokemon from there. There are some Sinnoh Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken, but you also just get access to, like some special Pokemon. For example, they had one that was called Pikachu's Forest, or was it Yellow Forest or something like that? And if you reach the 10,000 step count, there was a chance you could get a Pikachu that knew Fly, or a Pikachu that knew Surf. And unfortunately, that stuff doesn't matter anymore. It was cool up until Gen 6, because in order to send a Pokemon from Gen 4 to 5, I believe you had to remove HMs or something like that. Or if it was from Gen 5 to Home, it basically erased those moves on them. And I don't think they've really added them back since. Like, you have Surfing Pikachu in Ultra Sun and Moon, and I think that's the only time ever that's been available. Yeah, you could automate the step count. Like, for example, one thing that I did as a kid is I put, I taped the Pokewalker to my ceiling fan. That did not last very long. And it flung into the wall. And I learned my lesson on that one. However, my mom had a record player. And it was just fast enough that it would count steps as if you were running. And so what I did is I taped it to the record player and just let the record player run without a record. It was slow, but it worked. And mind you, I did this on like summer vacation. I didn't go outside. I just automated. It's not like I did it during school. I just did it because I didn't want to walk. Looking back, not one of my brighter moments, but you know what? Hey, it is what it is. And I think my mom caught on and realized that I was doing that, and she was very confused as to what I was doing, and so I just couldn't use the record player anymore, but... I got a shiny Verizon while watching your shiny Latios clip. Epic. That's what we like to hear. Now you're about to watch me get another shiny, and then you get another shiny, and then we get shinies together. Why didn't you just go for a walk? I'm gonna go back in time and figure it out. I taped my Pokewalker to a screwdriver. How does that, what do you mean? A screwdriver? Like, or a drill? A drill makes a little bit more sense. Bro's on the job. Then he took a walk with the screwdriver. Awesome. That's very nice. That's true. Pokemon did invent walking in 2016. This is also your friendly reminder that Pokemon Go came out 10 years ago. Kinda crazy to think about. Kinda crazy. It's been a long time. Long time. They should have added more teams to Pokemon Go. No, I mean, I think that 3 is a solid amount. Also, I feel like people don't really ever switch teams. They just pick the one that they first picked and then don't really think too hard on it. Like, I know that they're, oh, yes. No, get out of the way, King Gort II. Chad, it's finally happened. We encountered 3 Audino at the same time. There's a 1 in 1,000 chance. We've yet to find a single shiny here, though. So that's kind of crazy. But this is a big deal. Oh, she's sad to... Well, I need to get a better visual on this one. Hold on. There it is. Look. Look, we did it. Epic. Say goodbye to them. They are gone. They are no longer. Hold on 1 second. You having a good day today, chat? You hanging in there? Oh, okay, there we go. I called off work. There you go. It's time for Pokopia. Lock in. Do we not stream Pokopia anymore? Chat, this is so I'm making a video out of this. I'm not making a video out of Pokopia, so it's not the priority to play it. However, we will be playing it soon. I'm just gonna play it when I would like to play it, you know? Because while I do enjoy playing it, it's not like I'm not turning it into content aside from streaming it, and so it's more important for me to be working on this. But we will. We will. And if anything, they're probably gonna be like night streams. Late night gaming. I think that's the game plan. I think we'll have to see. Within the next week, I think we'll play. Have I got Hoppip? Yeah, I did. I did get Hoppip, and I did get some of the decorations. I still have to farm more of the cotton spores. How long has the challenge been taking you? 527 hours. So we're deep in there. What do you think of Broside's Route Master series? I like the ones I'm in. No, it's great. I think while he's doing the next section that's gonna be really, really hard, I think it'd be cool to see him do another video or another series to kind of like hold people over. Because he has so much momentum going right now with his channel, and I think it would just be nice to have a smaller thing that keeps people coming back to the channel until that shows up. Yeah. Yeah, we can see Dunsparce. The craziest part is gonna be the eggs. The eggs are gonna be absolutely insane. But like once he gets past the eggs, he should be good for a little while. And then he has to do all of the legendary beasts at the same time. Actually, wait a second, he can't do that. How does he hunt all of the beasts? Is he only just gonna go for one? Because the way that the roaming beasts are determined is based on the first encounter you have with them. And you can't, the odds of all three of them being shiny at the same time it will never happen to like anybody on Earth ever until the end of time. That's weird advice coming from someone with your upload schedule. Chat, to this day, I still make more money on my YouTube channel than I do from streaming. Like my channel is beyond sustainable. And he just started out, and it's not that he just started out, but like he is going down the pathway of like full time. And I don't want that to be like, to interfere with him not uploading. Totally different situation. I've said before, most people who watch, like first time viewers of my channel, watch like another 6 videos. Which I'm sure a lot of you have done as well. But, yeah, I'm very grateful that I don't have to upload much every year. But most channels are not like that. So I can't base it off of my own perspective. I watched one and got hooked. Epic. And now you love Gort. That's how it goes. But yeah, I guess he's probably just gonna hunt one, right? For his Route Master. He's just gonna go for one of the... Well, I guess he does play multiple games. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. And that's gonna take a long time. That's gonna take a long time to do. But then once he's done with that, he's good until post-game. If he decides to do the post-game. Because the post-game also has 2 more roamers. But those are version exclusives because he has to get Latios and Latias. Unless he decides to do the event in Pewter City. I don't know. I don't know. It's tough to decide. He's gonna do all the roamers. Man. We were talking about Brosidon. He has a series right now where he's going route to route and getting every single shiny Pokemon in Heart Gold Soul Silver. A very insanely tall order. That also counts for like locations too. So he, what route is he on right now? Like what's the name of the route? Route 31? 30. No, 30. I think he has everything from 30, just because most of it's in 29, right? 46. Oh, no, yeah, he already did 46, but I'm saying, like, now. Because he can't get anything in Cherry Grove right now because he doesn't have the fishing rod. Didn't he go north? He did go north, but you can't, once you do everything, like it's a ledge that stops you from progressing north. Because that would bring you to Blackthorn. That would be quite a game skip. Yeah, not going to Cherry Grove is crazy. I'm surprised he doesn't fully evolve everything, but I guess it's too late to do that now. So I brought that up to him because I have been in call with him while he's worked on the Route Master. And I asked him the same thing. I was like, why don't you just do a Professor Oak while you're doing this? Like, it would be the video of all videos if you just made a separate video to do that. And he was like, I don't really want to do that because I like finding the shinies in the wild. Like, he likes finding shiny evolutions in the wild because they are more of a big deal when it happens. Like, finding a shiny Rhyhorn is cool, but finding a shiny Rhydon in the wild is even crazier. Like, that's something you talk about forever. That does make me very scared for his videos, but the only other thing that I am very curious about, and I assume he's just going to like make it a once he's done with the entire video type of video, but like the Safari Zone, there are so many Pokemon in the Heart Gold Soul Silver Safari Zone. Like and I mean this in the nicest way, there's no way he would ever finish the video series. Like, for the rest of his life, he wouldn't finish it. Because I think there's like 70 or so. You said no meme hunts? Yeah. Yeah, like there's just no realm that would happen. Because you can look at like the rare Pokemon, like getting Riolu, getting Beldum. Like trying to get shiny Beldum in the Safari Zone. I don't think there's footage of that ever happening. It's so wildly unrealistic to happen. Because I think Beldum's flea rate is high and its catch rate it could not be worse. It is as bad as it could possibly be. So yeah, I don't know how that would work. Can Wolfmeat caught a Metang? When did that happen? I know canned Wolfmeat. Loosely. I feel like I would have known that. Huh. We ever do a Fire Red Leaf Green Shiny run? Probably not. No, I don't think so. Because here's the thing, Chad, is I like doing videos that I guess like not to be like quirky, but I like doing videos that I know a lot of people won't have interest in doing because it makes it more me in a way. I said when Fire Red Leaf Green was coming out, everybody was going to do a shiny only run, like a badge quest of some sort, or you know, bare minimum shiny hunt the starters. And I feel like that really makes it difficult to have individuality, which like that is the core of doing well on YouTube, as well as just like streaming and stuff like that. And if I just did all of that stuff, I would just be like everybody else. And I don't find that like, I don't know. I just kind of like doing my own thing in a way. And that being said, there are other people who are also doing this challenge, like more than I thought, to be honest with you. But the way that I see it is I think also people would get bored of that, being like, oh, I saw somebody else do this like 6 different ways. I don't really want to see John do it as well. But I have done them before and they've done well. Like I did the badge quest in Scarlet and Violet when the game came out, and that's like one of my more popular videos, I think. Would you ever do something in Mystery Dungeon? I have toyed with the idea, and this is not an on-stream thing, but I would play through every single mystery dungeon just to say that I played them. That's the entire video, and I just explain what happens. I fear that it would not do very well for the time investment that I would put into it, but yeah. I'll be honest, I thought completing dexes were lame until your Emerald video. Somebody had to do it. I'm sure people have prior to me doing it. I'm definitely not the first person to finish the Emerald dex, but to like explain the intricacies of it, especially going down and explaining the ways that they intended back in the day for you to do it was a big thing. I was the first person to ever complete the Emerald dex? That's crazy. I didn't know that. I'm also the first person to ever stream. I knew that one. You guys told me about that a while back. It's big news. That's what we like to hear. I think people would love to see the Mystery Dungeon series. Here's the thing is, you would, but the majority of people who know about the Pokemon franchise have never played Mystery Dungeon. That's just like fact. If you look at the sales of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, they have sold pretty like for the history of Pokemon. Like there's some that did sell well, but there's also kind of a reason why they don't make them anymore. Like DX was kind of the test to see how many people would be interested on the Switch, and not many people bought that game. Not many people bought Mystery Dungeon DX. I don't have the number for you, but I can definitely pull it up for you. The reason why you would watch it is because you have played Mystery Dungeon and you're like a diehard Pokemon fan, but that's just not the majority of people. Just to kind of further this idea, Chad, do you know of any dedicated Pokemon Mystery Dungeon content creators? Like all they do is play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and they have more than 100,000 subscribers. More than 50, actually. We can go lower. It's just not that type of game. Doesn't mean the games are bad. I do have them though, and someday maybe I can give representation. Brandon, thanks for the 15 months. What I will say that people don't realize is you can shiny hunt in DX, and I think that is criminally underrated because you can get like shiny Celebi in DX. The incentive to do that one is very low because of the amount of effort that goes into it, but additionally, it's the end of the game. Like you're already done with the entire game, and I think that game may struggle in the replayability department. I'm not super knowledgeable in it, but there's a great video that I watched a while back that was talking about shiny hunting. Their name is Super Potions. What was it called? Isn't the name Super Potions? Oh, Super Potion. Singular. Super Potion. Yeah, the video is called I Found the Rarest Shiny Pokemon in Mystery Dungeon. It is a very, very, very good video. It's actually the only Mystery Dungeon video I've ever watched. But yeah, you can shiny hunt in Mystery Dungeon, and it's almost like Safari Zone in a way. Have you not seen an LP of the games? Nope. Nope. I did recently start playing Mystery Dungeon on my Analog Pocket. I have the game, like I bought the cart. I've been playing that off and on. The only issue with Mystery Dungeon is, and I know this sounds so insanely hypocritical, but it is very repetitive. Like the game is just, It's just a dungeon crawler, and there isn't like, in my opinion, too much more to it than really just that. But also that's the first one, and like me basing all of them on that is like me basing the gameplay loop of Pokemon Red and Blue for the entire franchise. Like, it's not fair, right? Like, this game is incomparably different to Red and Blue. So, which is kind of why I want to play all of them at some point. Because enough people in my chat talk about how Explorers of Sky is like the greatest Mystery Dungeon game ever. But I'm not really ever given any context for it, and I think that's fine. I would like to find out myself. It's just getting the time to be able to do that is not there. Also, that game is expensive. That game is more expensive than Platinum. Like, that's insane. And it's gotta be for a reason. It's gotta be for a reason. Low print run? No. No, not in comparison to the other ones. The other games are pretty in line. Isn't Conquest the same-ish price? No, Conquest is less. Conquest is like 80 to 100, I think. How are you still in Zone 7 Rank V and only 1 out of 14 shiny, bro? You've been running in the same grass for 5 hours. Professor Oak better retire before you have this Zond. I'd like to buy a vowel. Yes, I'd like to buy all of them. Once you play Explorers of Sky, you'll understand the appeal. I've watched a ton of analysis videos on it. It's genuinely the magnum opus of Spike Chunsoft. Who? Who's Spike Chunsoft? Is that a person? Or a company? The 3DS ones are the underdogs. I was told that Super Mystery Dungeon was a no-no. I heard that was a big skip. I don't know. Gates was great. I would also like to know, I don't have all of, the only one I brought with me to California was the first one, because realistically I could only finish the first one by the time I head back, so. It does have a really long prologue. I made it through the prologue of Red Dead Redemption 2. I can make it through any prologue ever for the rest of my life. I think that the prologue to that game is like 4 hours. A lot of people didn't make it past there, and I feel very sorry for them. I feel very sorry for those people who did not get to make it to the end. Like, if you take your time, if I'm playing like an open world game, chat, I'm taking my sweet time. I'm looking at everything. I'm picking up every book. I'm not reading it, but I'm picking up every single book. If you want to try another Nintendo game, I feel like Fire Emblem would be cool for you to try. I have tried Fire Emblem. I don't, because it's a turn-based RPG, but it's on like a grid system, at least the one that I played. I just don't really like strategy to that level. Mike, thanks for the Prime. Is Hippopotas real? This is interesting. This is very interesting. We have not obtained a single shiny Hippopotas in the middle, but they're all on grid systems. Yeah, it doesn't make me interested in playing personally, but it's kind of the same deal as like Advance Wars. Like, it looks cool, but I don't think I would play it. Because I think that's also a turn-based RPG, like, grid system. Something like that. I may be one of 3 people who liked Mario Party Advance. You know, I have not played Advance, but I will say it was probably better than the 3DS era of Mario Party games. That was the dark age, just that general era. This Wii U as well, like Mario Party 10, not much to write home about. Mario Party the Top 100, not good. Oh, what was the one prior to Top 100? Island Tour. I remember, so I used to play my 3DS after school with my friends we had like a computer lab, and the teacher that I had for that class was probably 22 at the time or something like that. He was pretty young. And he also liked gaming. And we had like a little club after school where we would play our 3DSs, and he was like the teacher for that, and so we would do it like once a week. And we tried to find new 3DS games to play at the time to, you know, give an incentive to keep going to the club. And so we had ones like, we played Pokemon X and Y when it came out. Like, obviously, like, I played it the day it came out, but like, it was, I think, the day after we had the club. And so we would play that, and we were doing like team building and all of that stuff, and trading, whatever. But I remember we were all so excited for Mario Party because it got announced in, not a direct, but it just got announced at some point with a trailer, maybe on like YouTube or something like that. And we watched and we're like, oh man, Mario Party on a handheld, that's gonna be so fun, it's gonna be so epic. And I showed up to the computer class one day. This was not when we were having like the club. And I was like, are you excited for tomorrow? Because Island Tour is gonna come out and it's gonna be really good. And my teacher looks at me with this face of despair and he's like, I was like, what's wrong? And he's like, here, look at this. And we watched a review for Island Tour, like multiple reviews. And they were just tearing into it. They're like, yeah, this game is just straight slop. This game is everything not Mario Party. You do not want to buy this game. And we were all so devastated because I think it came out the day after, or we had the club the day after, and we were all going to play it, and we were just so gutted because there's not like a solution. We could bring a GameCube and play Mario Party 7 and go on Pagoda Peak and have a great time. But we all wanted to play a new game, and I think that was the start of the death of that club. All because of Island Tour. And then Top 100 came out, and that one conceptually was there, which, you know, based on the name, the idea of it was the top 100 most liked Mario Party games. The issue with that is that was decided by the devs and not by the general public. It was what the devs thought were the 100 best games. And to be fair, there were a lot that were really good in there. They had like the, I think this is in Mario Party 2 where you like roll on the ball, like one player rolls on the ball and they try to bump everybody else off of the platform. And if they fell off of the platform on the ball, then they lost. And those are like iconic ones or whatever. And then they just had some random ones sprinkled in there that just didn't add anything. But also, to my memory, that game did not run on a game board, which defeats the entire purpose of the game. It's kind of like you guys ever play Super Mario Party? Where like the game boards were weirdly small. What if Shiny Hippopotas spawned in 20 minutes ago and you just keep running past it? Oh, I'd see it. You ever play Fusion Frenzy on the Xbox? Isn't that the free game? No, I'm thinking of Hexic. No, I don't think so. Listen, growing up, Chad, I didn't have a lot of video games, and so if I could find a free video game, I'd play it. Like, I was a fiend on Happy Wars. I played a lot of Happy Wars back in my day. I played a lot of Doritos Crash Course. I played a lot of Harm's Way. I played a lot of, Played a lot of Uno. Came free with my Xbox. It was a demo in the OG Halo disc. No, I definitely. That's before my time, I fear. Jake, thanks for the 14 months. Inkyo. Inkyo. The newest Switch Mario Party isn't bad at all. Yeah, Jamboree, yeah, that's a great one. Yep. I think that it's hard for people to buy
Happy
Mario Party
Walls is a
nowadays. To be honest with you, because I don't know a lot of friends who are down to play Mario Party not in person. I think that was like accidentally one of the biggest things about playing Mario Party is like you bring some friends over, you grab a pizza, you grab some Pepsi, and you just sit down and you play Mario Party until you hate each other. Like that was an ultimate sleepover. And it's such a core aspect of the game for me personally that saying to people, hey, do you want to play over Wi-Fi? Doesn't really do anything. And so I think it's a hard game to get popular nowadays without having the social aspect. Pizza, party, Pepsi. If you don't like it, get out. Sago, thanks for the 3 months. Jake, thanks for the 14 months. Yeah, I played so much Happy Wars. I did. And I believe that game is just dead. Like, it's not, like... I guess in a way it is lost media, isn't it? Because the servers don't exist for it anymore and it was an online-only game. I think that game is just, is lost to time. I like Mario Kart, but I'll always hate the blue spiny shell. Gotta dodge it, big dog. Gotta learn the tech. You'd be a different man out of it. I like Mario Kart. No, I just read that. I like Mario Kart though. It's true. I like it. Do you guys play, you still play World? I have not touched World since... I haven't played Mario Kart World since Pokemon World. I think I played it on the flight to Pokemon Worlds. So August is the last time I played. Yeah, it's a fun game. I think the single player was a little overwhelming for me mentally, like to process all the stuff that you could go do and collect. Like it's good in the sense of there's content there, but it was a lot. It was a lot up front. They really need a DLC. Oh, I can assure you, chat, there will be DLC for Mario Kart. The formula for Mario Kart 8 worked so insanely well. Mario Kart 8 feels so much better than World. I think the issue, chat, is Mario Kart 8 is genuinely such a good game that they couldn't just release another Mario Kart like 8 because people would say, why did you just remake 8? Like this just feels like Mario Kart 8. And so they had to add a gimmick. They had to add new features to it. You know, so it's kind of like you lose either way. I'm surprised it's not been announced yet. Well, the Switch 2 is it's not even a year old yet. I dare you to release a shiny. Do you think I have shame? Do you think I care? I don't care. I don't care. I have 473 of them. Of course I don't care. Wait, no, I want him back. 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 I need him. I need spinner rack number 73. It's pivotal to the story, chat. Wait, yeah, I deleted the situation too, which means I also just deleted Absol Blog's lore, everybody. I'm so sorry, I forgot about that. Oh, that was so bad of me. I'm bad. I'm blogging it, crazy style right now. Best believe, if I'm up, I'm blogging it. Of the new Megas released in ZA, DLC included, which shiny is your favorite? I don't know the shinies, and I like that I don't know them. I've intentionally been ignorant to them because I want to see them in this video when I'm getting them. No more video games for the rest of the day. You can't tell me what to do. I'm an adult, and I make adult decisions, okay? I'm a grown-up. And I'm standing up to you. My bully, my chat bully. Type 1 if you think you're a bully. Why I asked you that. Eat your dinner first and then you can play. I'm eating 1 carrot and I'm going to play the game. I think they shiny lock Hippopotas. There's a strong chance. Do you enjoy being a grown-up? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever in my life thought, man, it'd be so awesome to be a kid again. No money, no video games, and I have school. Absolutely not. Hard pass. The hardest pass of all time. Would you rather be 15 forever or 25 forever? That's a bad question. Of course, I'd rather be 25. Every day of the week. Well, you did grow up in the 1800s. I'd hate to be a kid back then, too. Chimney cleaning was tough, chat, but I did it. I made it happen. Yeah, no, I feel like the 20s are pretty sweet. You just learn your way through life and you make a bunch of oopsies and then you're ready for the 30s and you make less oopsies. That should be the scenario, hopefully. Some of us have no money and have school and are adults. That is true. That is a fair point. I'm just saying I don't. Hey John, how have you been? I've been good. I've been sitting. Oh, it's nighttime. It's nighttime. This can't get any worse.